30 minutes of football. 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 30 minutes of football.
Welcome, everyone. This is 30 Minutes of Football, where Danikin and myself talk pure Chicago Bears. He's got 5 thoughts. We'll go through all 5 of those thoughts, and after that, we'll do the official beginning of Bear Their Souls. Danikin, how are you?
I'm doing well, man. I'm doing very well. Happy to be here. Happy to see you. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Thank you.
I hope we didn't mess it up too bad while you were gone.
No, everything that I saw looked damn good, except for Tooch. He always fucks things up, but that's a different story. I love my man Tooch. All right, let's get straight to it because we got a lot of ground to cover. You sent me your 5 thoughts earlier today, and this was the first one, dominating overall performance. And, of course, you're referring to the Bears-Browns game. Take it away and tell me why you thought that was a dominating performance.
Yeah, it was a dominating performance on both ends of the ball, right? So you got the offense put up a ton of points, yards, everything that they needed to do well. And then, of course, you had the defense that handled their business, right? So they dominated on all aspects of the game. And that's something that I think everybody has been wanting to see from the Chicago Bears. At some point in time, we've been wanting to see them completely control a game from start to finish. This was as close as you would get to that. They were rolling throughout. It just didn't, a lot of times they take off and it's okay. They do well in the first, 2 or 3 drives, and then the offense dies, it seems like, in the second and third quarter, and then they come back to life in the fourth quarter. That's what we've been seeing all year. This was a game where, you went in against the Browns, and they pretty much from start to finish played a dominating performance in all aspects of the game. So it was good to see. I think that was needed in a major way from this Chicago Bears team. That's something that we wanted to see because we've seen them win so many different ways throughout the year, right? They've won close games. They've won at the end. They've had comebacks, so on and so forth. But for them to put out a dominating performance like that, that's what we've wanted to see from them. And they should have done it against the Browns team because let's be honest, the Browns are not as good, right? So you have to beat down, you have to wear out teams that you're supposed to do that against. So they followed through and they did what they should have done.
What do you say to people, and there are still a lot of them out there, saying, well, the Browns are not a good team. They've got a young quarterback. They've got injuries on the offensive line at key positions and defense and so forth. What do you expect? So how do you answer those critics?
I would say the Bears did what they were supposed to do, right? They did what they were expected to do. Now, if the Bears had come out and they were flat and they, they played down to that level, that'd be concerning to me, right? So, for the naysayers who say, oh, the Browns, they played a rookie quarterback, blah, blah, blah. They're not that good, this, that, and the third. Okay. And you're supposed to dominate those teams. They did what they should have done, which is good. If they did something else, or like I said, if they played down the competition, or maybe the Browns snuck in there and hung around and tried to beat them at the end, something like that, then we'd be up in arms because that's not what's supposed to happen. So, hey, they did what they should have done. You play who's on your schedule, and you beat down the teams that you're supposed to beat down.
Agree with every word you just said. All right, let's get on to point number 2. And part of the reason the Bears dominate was because of this man, Caleb Williams. He is playing stronger. Go ahead and elaborate on your point there.
Yeah, you look at Caleb Williams and some of the things that have plagued him throughout the year. Not necessarily to the detriment of the team or anything like that, but we've wanted to see some things get better. And Caleb Williams went out there and he played very, very well last weekend against the Browns. He didn't take sacks and things like that. That's something that he's worked on, and clearly he's not doing that this year as much as he did last year. The offensive line is better, of course, but at the end of the day, Caleb Williams, he played the way he should be playing at this point in time in his career, right? He's second year in. It's 1 year under Ben Johnson, of course, but it is towards the end of the year. So you'd like to see him not making the same mistakes that he was making in the beginning of the year. And I think we see that. I think we see a guy who looked comfortable out there. He looked poised. He looked like he was in control of the game, the offense, the game plan. He knew exactly what he wanted to do with the ball in many situations. There wasn't really, where you could watch a player sometimes and you can see him thinking through the play, and it was
Mhm.
an instinctual thing that I saw from Caleb this past game, where he was just focused, he was sharp, he was precise in what he was doing out there, and that's what I consider strong play, because when you're comfortable and you're able to do that, then all those other things just kind of fall into place for you. You don't have to think your way through it and force the issue and try to make things happen. The game just happens as it's supposed to happen during the game.
Mhm. One of the things that you said in a previous show, probably 6, 7, 8 shows ago, that has always stuck with me is you said that expectations for Caleb were out of this world because he helped to set those expectations. And I thought
Yeah.
that was a very profound statement and a very accurate assessment of our feelings about Caleb. So let me ask you now, at this point of his development, do you think that he has displaying to you a sense of maturity and a sense of a difference from the brashness that he brought in from USC and his appreciation to how to develop as a true NFL superior quarterback?
Yeah, I think there is a level of growth, you might say, that is there. You see him changing in some of his habits, some of his things that he does, and you see him being more comfortable. So there's growth and there's development on those in different phases of the game and different aspects. You love to see that, man, because there's brashness to him, um,
Mhm.
and maybe he was doing it more so than he needed to. You know what I mean? But now
Mhm.
it's kind of tapered off, and now it's just going about business, playing the game of football, and being better. You know what I mean? So, like I said, when you're not forcing things and you just allow things to happen on the football field, this game plan is installed, and you go ahead and do that game plan. Then it just works out the way it's supposed to work out. Let's not get it twisted. You know what I mean? You look at Ben Johnson, the wide receivers are schemed wide open. Yeah, I haven't seen this in a Bears offense in quite some time, where guys are
Mhm.
literally wide open, nobody around them, and they're able to catch the ball and make some things happen. So Ben Johnson is doing a good job with his game plan and play calling. Caleb is doing a very good job of staying focused and really carrying out that game plan on game day instead of, forcing the issue.
Yeah, and thank you, Mr. Shorty, Dan Brown, Cliff, everyone else saying nice things about having me back. Truly appreciate it. And of course, Bears Country Production, a special thanks as they carried some of the load of barroom programming while I was away. The I wanted to make a point based on what you said, and I'm trying to regain it here in my mind. Um, One of the things about Caleb that I am really admiring is this. You told me before the show started that you've been coaching your son's basketball team, him and the
Mhm.
basketball team. And I'll never forget Michael Jordan saying, "Let the game come to you. Don't
Mhm.
force things. Let the game come to you." The same applies in pro football, and that's what I'm seeing with Caleb. He's letting the game come through him. He's not forcing things. It's one of the reasons why he holds a record for fewest interceptions thrown at this point in his NFL career. It's pretty masterful what I'm seeing from him.
Real good. Absolutely.
All right, let's move on to point number 3, which is about the defense against the Browns. That defense created chaos. Talk to
Yeah.
me, brother.
Man, this is, from if you go back to when we first, hopped on, and it was week 1, I was talking about, hey, create chaos and make JJ's life uncomfortable back there as a passer, as a quarterback. You had a rookie quarterback. You had an opportunity to make him look uncomfortable, make him look bad, even. And
Mhm.
I felt like they had another opportunity to do that against a guy like Tyler Huntley when they played Baltimore. And they failed to succeed in both of those situations. So once again, this is a situation where you got the team starts off week 1, week 5, week 7, week 8, week 9. Now you get to this point in the season, you see growth because now this team is able to do that. They made Shador Sanders look uncomfortable, look chaotic back there. He turned the ball over a few times, and it was because of pressure. It was because of guys playing well on defense, guys paying attention to the details, and they really carried out the game plan once again. So, when you see that type of thing, this is what I wanted to see in week 1. Yeah, it took a little while to get here to this point, but it's nice to see, hey, go and make that rookie's life uncomfortable. Make him, give him to, welcome to the NFL moments and things like that. And I saw that happen last weekend, and it was good to see, man. It was really good. So the defense, they've been good. They've been pretty well at taking the ball over and things like that. They do give up some yardage and stuff like that, but like I said, this is a different type of league nowadays where you're not going to completely shut any team down, right? Because
Mhm.
guys are just too talented now. They're too talented. The rules favor the offense, so you have to find ways to be opportunistic, and I think that's what the Bears do. They're opportunistic. They're an opportunistic defense, meaning if you throw the ball to them, they're going to catch it. You know what I mean? And they're going to take it the other way if they can. So those are the things that we saw from them. They did get after the quarterback, which was nice a little bit. Got a couple sacks, things like that. So it was really good to see, man. Really, really, really good to see the defense play that well.
Tremaine Edmonds is being ramped up. He's had some limited practices. Hopefully, he'll get more in the coming days so that way he becomes available Saturday night against the Green Bay Packers. But we got to shout out my man DeMarco Jackson. He had an outstanding game, was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. So with Jackson playing well, with Tremaine Edmonds hopefully picking up where he left, because he was really in consideration, in my opinion, for NFC Defensive Player of the Year. Edmonds was playing so well. And TJ Edwards, we can see him ramping up and starting to be his self. This linebacker core could be a super strong heading into postseason play, because I'm assuming we're going to make it. What's your evaluation of the linebacker crew? How excited are you about the possibilities?
Man, it's beautiful to see. You know what I mean? When guys get healthy and they're able to come back and into the fold and really contribute, and you have guys who have stepped in that have really stepped up and contributed in ways like DeMarco Jackson and things like that. With our linebacker core being as injured as they were, TJ Edwards, Noah Sewell, I mean, you know what I mean? All these guys
Mm-hmm.
that were out, TJ Edwards, Edmonds, Sewell, um, that guy, DeMarco Jackson, has really stepped up, and there's been a few others that have stepped up as well. So you have depth now, you know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
so if somebody needs a rest or somebody gets tired, whatever, then you have confidence knowing that, hey, going in, we got another guy backing him up that's gonna come in there and do some damage as well. So, man, I love it. I like to have depth on the football team. You gotta have it. You know what I mean? You
Gotta have
need
it.
it
Yep.
really bad. So, a guy like that, man, is invaluable to a team in the
Really
linebacker core.
is. Really is. All right, let's get on to point number 4. It's a big one that I'm looking forward to talking about. DeAndre Swift and DJ Moore were big-time contributors in that win against the Cleveland Browns. Go ahead, brother.
Man, DJ Moore, I mean, 2 touchdowns. He had Swift, DeAndre Swift, who, ran for 98 yards, a couple touchdowns as well. I mean, to see those guys flourish the way that they have is really good, and to see them contributing on a major level is really good, and they're peaking at the right time, right? So we've had situations where people are concerned about DJ Moore. Is he happy? Is he not happy? I mean, he's cool. He seems to be okay to me. You know what I mean? DJ Moore has been the same kind of steady, consistent guy. I don't think he's made waves and frustration or anything like that. People want to see, guys just super buddy, super, and that may not be his thing, you know what I mean? But he goes out there and he plays, he contributes, and to get him the ball twice for touchdowns is really good. And like I said, if you can establish that chemistry and peak at this point in the season, then it's really good for the football team because now you're creating another layer to this offense that maybe teams didn't see earlier in the season, right? So they have less time to prepare for some of the things that you might throw at them with a DJ Moore or DeAndre Swift. Swift's been running the ball pretty well all season, but you love to see, your running back doing that. I think he's just a few yards away from 1,000 for the year. So he should, be the first running back to get 1,000 yards since I think David Montgomery in like 2020 for the Bears. So that's a good sign as well. I mean, when we have those things, it's just more weaponry that Caleb that's at his utilization and at Ben Johnson's utilization too, because Ben can dial up plays for DJ Moore. He can dial up plays for this guy, that guy. And when you're spreading the ball out and you're attacking all areas of the field, that makes the defense, it makes it difficult on that defense because they have to think, they have to wonder, what are you going to do next? What's going to happen here? If you're predictable, then it gets really easy to play defense, right? But when you're unpredictable as an offense, man, it's hard to keep up with those guys.
Can I ask you a question that we talked about on last night's Buffon 55 show? I want to get your take on this. Is DeAndre Swift a top 10 running back in the NFL right at this moment? I'll tell you some reasons why I said yes. He is top 10 in a number of running back categories. For instance, average yards per carry, average yards per game, and a couple of others. He has more rushing yards than Josh Jacobs, Christian McCaffrey, a number of other notable players. What's your take? Is Swift a top 10 running back?
I think he is a top 10 running back. I think he's definitely a top 10. I don't see 10 running backs that I would take over him at this point in the season. I wouldn't take him. He can catch the ball out the backfield. He hits the hole quick. He's a one-cut guy where he can get in there, but he also can dance a little bit, right? But what I've seen from him, especially last game and several weeks now, is that he's very decisive with his running now. One of the things that concerned me at the beginning part of the season, I thought his vision might be bad where he was picking the wrong hole to go to sometimes. Yeah. And you don't see that now. Now, of course, they're providing that offensive line is doing wonderful work with moving people around up front, which is outstanding. But he's seeing it very well, and he's kind of getting in there. But once he makes up his mind, he's like, hey, I'm going to go to this hole. I'm going to the hole. And his burst is tremendous, man. It's very quick. He's got a quick first step, but he also has top-notch speed as well. So that's a hand in hand that you don't always find. You can have a running back that's very quick, but he doesn't have top-end speed. This guy has top-end speed, but he is also very quick off the jump. I mean, he can be patient, and then when it's time to go, he hits the hole and he's gone, man. He's right through there quick.
Totally agree. What do you think about what Cliff thinks here? He says Monangai needs to be a first and second down back. Swift is best at passing downs. He can run or catch the ball. What do you think?
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't fool with it, Cliff. I appreciate the input there, and that might be something that happens next year or whatever. But right now, DeAndre Swift is clearly playing very good on first, second down, and third down even. And I think they do a wonderful job of mixing these guys in. You don't have to have, per se, a first down, second down back, and then a third down back. There's not a lot of teams that run that formula nowadays. It's more of a mix. It's more of a go with the hot hand. It's more of a you get this series, he gets this series. We'll see how the game starts working out, who's running better that game. And then they'll start getting more carries throughout the game. So I think Ben Johnson is doing a good job of that right now. I wouldn't tweak it at all. I would leave it how it is and let these guys play. They're both playing outstanding, to be honest with you. And when you have a 1-2 punch like that, it's great You look at something like Detroit, where he came from, Ben Johnson, right? You had the 1-2 punch in David Montgomery, and you had Jahmyr Gibbs. I mean, some games Gibbs would get more carries, some games Montgomery would, right? They weren't, and once again, like I said, the Bears are unpredictable on offense, right? So if you isolated and said, okay, DeAndre Swift's going to be the first and second down back every time, or you know what I mean, or he's going to be third down back. We're going to bring him in on third downs. When you bring him in on third downs, the defense knows you're probably going to pass the ball to him. That's what you want to do, right? So you become a little bit more predictable. When you have two guys that can do both things, both guys can catch the ball, both guys can run well, both guys can run outside or inside, they're unpredictable, and it makes it more difficult. It's a headache for the defense to deal with.
Yeah. I'll add this, that in terms of who plays first down, second down, third down, I think maybe the number one criteria is matchups. Are you playing a team that has trouble against power backs like Kyle Monangai? In which case you want to give him more snaps or as many snaps as possible. And if you're playing a team that has trouble against cutback guys like DeAndre Swift is so good at, then he gets the majority of snaps. It should be matchups. And I also want to add that Ben Johnson deserves so much credit for the run game, because I said this yesterday, and I'm going to continue to say it until Ben Johnson's out of here. This guy does such an incredible job scheming the blocking, the run blocking. I've never seen anything like it. When this season is over, I'm going to study tape just to see, he gets these double teams. Sometimes it looks like there's 15 guys blocking on a play. How does he do this? Yeah. So it's really, really cool. I can't wait to see how he takes that even further. And the fact is that the players, the running backs, all the running backs and the offensive line get it now. Unlike they did in the beginning of the season, they get it. They understand what this is they're trying to do, and the tight ends get it, and the wide receivers get it. So it's pretty effing cool. Hey, Petty, sorry.
Petty. What's happening? Something else too, although, is like, remember Ben Johnson at the beginning of the season when they struggled a little bit out the gate with the run game? He said, just be patient with it. He was real calm. He was cool, collected about it. He said, just be patient with it. The running game is going to be there. Watch. And that gives you confidence in what your coach is doing. That gives you confidence in it, because he's seen it before we could see it. He's seen it. He knew where it was headed, and it happened, right? Yeah. So if he's week 2 or 3 said be patient with the run game, and we're sitting here and now at this point in the season and we're not doing well, and you got guys struggling, then that's when you should have concern. You start thinking about changing the formula a little bit. But man, this guy Ben Johnson, clearly he's the right guy for this team and this coaching job.
He really is, man. He really is. All right. The final point that Danikin has for us is big scoreline against a top defense. Those Cleveland Browns. Take it away, brother.
Yeah. And Cleveland has struggled, of course, right? But they've got top defense in several different categories. You got the sack leader out there, number 1, that could wreak havoc on the game. And, there was some concern about that because we saw what Max Crosby did to the Bears, right? He affected that game in a way above and beyond in many ways, right? So, there was some concern with going against Myles Garrett. Hey, is this guy going to show up and get off and create just turmoil on our offense? And yeah, he made a couple of plays, of course, right? He is who he is, but at the end of the day, the Bears dominated this team. They dominated them on in the trenches. They dominated the passing game, the run game. Everything was hitting, right? It was a well-oiled machine out there, that you might say, against a team that is really good defensively. It has some good players defensively, right? And they're able to make some things happen on the defensive side of the ball. But the Bears, they weren't afraid. They weren't scared. They went out there, and you put up 31 points on a defense that's really, loaded, you might say, with players and talented players out there. So it just lets me know that, hey, number 1, the players are executing the game plan at a very high rate. And then number 2, the game plan is great. The game plan what Ben Johnson is doing with his play calling and how he sees the game and what he wants to do during the game, man, it's second to none in the NFL in my opinion. I think he's probably one of the best coordinators or guys who can orchestrate an offense and install his game plan and what he wants to do and carry it out. So, man, just an outstanding game. You love to see it. They put up a lot of points, blew this team out, and that's something that I wanted to see. We've been wanting to see it for several weeks now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to go into a fourth quarter and no stress, blood pressure is steady.
Exactly.
Love it. Yeah, exactly. And I hope we get another one like that Saturday night, but we'll be talking Bears-Packers a lot in the coming minutes. One thing that I wanted to point out to you, and let me see if I can get it back in my mind here, regarding their performance against – I remember – It appears, and I'm kind of looking forward a little bit, that the Bears have already faced the top pass rushers that they will. Now, San Francisco with what's his name are still in the schedule, but by the time the playoffs start, the Bears will have gone against Myles Garrett, all these top pass rushers, and they've more than held their own. They did not allow those guys, those great pass rushers, to blow up what the Bears were doing on offense. And so that's an encouraging thing moving forward, despite the fact that we still don't have, a true starter. We have a developmental guy at left tackle. We don't have a true starter. We have still, we being the Bears, of course, have still done a really good job of neutralizing the game's top pass rushers.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's a very good point. Once again, he's kind of scheming things, and like you said, the blocking schemes that he has, where he gets guys to help at the right situations. You look at that viral clip of what Loveland did, right, to Myles Garrett of all people, right? I mean, he hit him, and put him on his butt, right? So it's like things like that, where you have a guy that helps out, he chips here, blah blah blah. Ozzy's doing his best, but you know what I mean? You're going up against Myles Garrett, you're going to have some difficulty over there, right? So we understand that. I'm not going to blame him and beat him up too much. He's a rookie, so you deal with it, and it's a learning situation for him. But at the same time, Ben Johnson is still able to put his guys in position to win, and that's due to that blocking scheme like you talked about earlier.
Vizzo is reminding us that Bosa is out for the Niners, so fortunately, we don't face him. Cliff had a good question. Do you think this game against the Browns was the first game this season where all three phases played well?
I mean, like I said, I think it's a game where they played about as good as they can, right? In all three phases, they dominated. I mean, you hold a team to 3 points. I don't care if it's a rookie quarterback or not. You hold a team to 3 points, you put up 31 points. The run game was clicking. The pass game was clicking. You had takeaways. You had sacks. From start to finish, this team did what they should have done to this team, right? It's the Cleveland Browns, but you did what you were supposed to do to that team. And, hey, man, you got to give them credit for that. You have to.
Yeah, just looking back at the schedule, I would say in the Cowboys game, they played well in all phases. If I remember correctly, the Monday night game against Washington, while not perfect, all three phases played pretty well there. The Raiders game, they had the special teams block to win the game. So maybe this game, Cliff, was the best game for all three phases, although Cairo did miss that kick inside the 40-yard line. But it probably was the best for all three phases. So it's a great question, and hopefully the best is yet to come.
Yeah.
All right. Any final thoughts before we turn the page?
No, I think that's it. That's it.
All right. Well, everyone, let me play the Bear Their Souls theme song, and we'll get started with the rest of the show. Where did I put it? It's somewhere around here.
We are the bearer of Bears News, the Ballroom Network.
Your running game going, it makes things, pop open a little bit easier. So that's been good. And then I think the aspect that, the details that we've been trying to make sure we fine tune and stay on top of in the past game that we've been harping on and preaching and working towards. And I think we're still obviously going to do that every single week, every single day. But I think we've been getting better with that.
The following is rated TV MALSV. It contains strong language, violence, and nudity. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Timmy, go to bed now.
Excuse me, coming through.
There's a Chicago Bears podcast.
Follow me for a good time.
Unlike most others, a bunch of guys on the broadcast acting much like brothers. This is bare their souls, uncensored with no control.
On first and goal is Swift. Nice cutback. Has a lane to the edge. Touchdown, Chicago.
This is bare their souls, bare their souls. Let me hear you guys.
Play action. Williams. End zone. DJ Moore. Touchdown.
Let's go.
Response. Sanders on first down. Deflected and it's intercepted. DeMarco Jackson's got it. He's got it beat right. Williams on the roll. Directing traffic to the end zone. He throws and it's DJ Moore. His second of the day. Chicago cashes in immediately from 22. 3rd and 9, big play. Sanders with time to the sideline. Tough throw for Judy, and Judy has it intercepted. It's picked off by Jalen Johnson. On Swift. Got a block, cuts it back. Swift struggling inside the 5. The high kick into the end zone for the touchdown. You're better man! Never let it rest! You're gonna get better! You're gonna get better! You better get better! You better get better! Bears on 3, 1, 2, 3, Bears!
Let's go. This is their souls.
You having fun yet? Always. Especially with you.
This is bare their souls, with some likable a-holes. This is bare their souls.
Welcome back, everyone. J2K says every show there's more girls in the intro. I gotta admit, I do like doing
I see a couple of new ones every now and then. That's great. There was one that was drinking a looked like whiskey or something. I don't know, but yeah. Right up my alley.
Exactly. One of the new ones is this blonde who was a waitress. She got the Chicago Bears, and she says, working my way through, which is perfect because that's what the Chicago Bears are doing. They're working their way through. They are making members of the national media believers in what they are doing. And we'll play a media match later to get the pulse of what's going on with the national media. Let us get the pulse of the Chicago Bears. And the guy that delivers that is a gentleman by the name of Johnny Santucci. How are you, Tooch?
What's happening, fellas? Aldo, I'm so overjoyed to see you back. I've
good to be seen, man.
I've been stressed about it. Yeah.
I know. You were like texting me saying, "Are you alive?"
I know. I was worried. I put together some stuff for Aldo, but I have this one. I don't know if you know, like Aldo started early with the girls and the booze and stuff. I've got a young Aldo doing some stand-up. Danikin, you want to hear it?
Yeah, I want to hear that.
All right, here we go.
4. I just turned 1 and I've already got a drinking problem. I really gotta lay off the boobs, man. Night after night, I keep getting tit-faced.
Yeah, that was me. That was about 63 years ago.
He started in comedy early.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
You got a onesie on. Doing stand-up.
He was wearing a onesie recently too, Danikin.
No shit.
Never stopped wearing them.
That's right. They've been reintroduced into my wardrobe. I'll be wearing those until I'm 6 feet under, I guess. Great stuff. Tooch, you got a Bears State of Affairs that's going to rock and roll us?
Man, there's so much. It was like really hard to put this together because Danikin was hitting on a lot of points too and stuff, and I'm just like, man, playing all 3 phases of the game, it was their best game, their most complete game of the season against the Browns, and then of course, we have a rematch right away with the Packers, and then there's all these things surrounding, the Bears Packers this season, the rivalry this season, and years past as well, but the weight of the rivalry is here. It's this week. It's Saturday. It's prime time.
It's nice to have meaningful games in December. I mean,
we're
essentially in the playoff race right now. We don't want to lose any more games, and it would be great to clinch a playoff spot this weekend, which could happen with the Bears win over the Packers and a loss or tie by the Lions against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And by the way, former Bear Their Souls show host said us this:
I would be willing to suck Aaron Rodgers' dick
if he pulls off a win in Detroit. So Dan Aguirre start puckering up, I guess, because we're gonna win. All right, Mr. Santucci, take us into Bear State of Affairs, and we always start at this.
Johnny Santucci. Johnny Santucci. It's time to hear from
Johnny Santucci. Johnny Santucci.
Johnny Santucci. The Tooch. The Tooch.
Okay, Tooch. Time for Bear State of Affairs.
All right, Bear State of Affairs, man. Woohoo! Yeah, 2025 NFL season, week 16. What's happening, Barflies? Yeah. All right, it's time to check in with Aldo and check in with the Bears after 16 weeks in the 2025 NFL season, man. Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I love it.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
9-4? No.
Nope, that's last week.
Oh, that's last week. Okay.
Yep, back on top. That's right. Back on top of the NFC North after beating the Browns 31-3 in the sub-zero weather of Soldier Field. And later that day, the Packers would go on to lose to the Broncos in Denver.
I love it.
Leaving the Bears in sole possession of first place in the NFC North. And man, it was the most complete game the Bears played all year. So Aldo, of course, I asked Grok to give us an AI summary of the game.
And?
I didn't know what to do with Bears, so I just said, have them stop at some poop emojis.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I don't know. That's crazy.
Ay, Dios mío.
Was that tongues hanging out of it?
Yeah, they're dead poop emojis. The little eyes are X'd out, the tongues are hanging out. Yeah, it's hard to pile on the Browns, though. Although, the Browns, they looked a lot like the 2024 Bears. The promising young rookie quarterback and a likely lame duck head coach heading toward a top 10 draft pick. Yeah, we've been there, Danikin. Yeah, but it looks like Ben Johnson's prediction that the Bears would be playing their best football in December has come true. Yeah, victory over the Browns, that was the most stress-free game of the season. The Bears were in full control from start to finish. The game was never in doubt. The Bears completely dominated the Browns and got major contributions from multiple players in all phases. Yeah, DeAndre Swift, he kicked off the scoring with a 1-yard touchdown run. Yeah, Swift ran with power and vision against the Browns and finished with 98 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns. Yeah, Bears, they also got key receiving production from their 2 talented rookie receivers. Rookie tight end Colston Love, and he finished with 4 catches and 63 yards. And rookie wideout Luther Burden led the team in receiving with 6 catches for 84 yards while showing off his football moves.
Yeah!
Yeah, and Austin Booker on defense, a second-year defensive end, had 2 sacks of Shedeur Sanders.
That's a W.
And linebacker DeMarco Jackson had a sack, 7 tackles, and an interception on his way to being named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. Waived by the Saints August 26 as part of their final cuts, Jackson was claimed by the Bears the next day and has emerged as a valuable injury replacement. Jackson's played in all 13 games and started his first 4 NFL games with the Bears, recording 41 tackles, 3 pass breakups, 1 fumble recovery, and 2 tackles for loss, in addition to his first career interception and sack, said defensive coordinator Dennis Allen, who served as Saints head coach during Jackson's 2 seasons in New Orleans and advocated for the Bears to claim him. Quote, I'm happy for him. He's played well for us. It's a credit to him and a credit to those assistant coaches who have been able to get those guys ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the story of the game was veteran wideout DJ Moore. This season, it's been a mixed bag for the Bears star receiver, Aldo.
Yes,
He's been invisible at times this season. Against the Packers, he finished with 1 catch for -4 yards. And at times, his frustration was visible. Yeah, but Sunday against the Bears, Moore finished with 4 catches for 69 yards and 2 touchdowns. And for the first time this season, he looked like he was enjoying himself, Aldo.
He really did, yep.
Yeah. Yeah, his first touchdown. The Bears ran a slant, Aldo. Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Moore was open immediately on a shallow crosser. Caleb Williams found him in the back corner of the end zone. Yeah, DJ looked like he was overjoyed. The Bears remembered that he was on the team. Yeah. Yeah, and who could blame him? DJ Moore is in his 8th season in the NFL, and this is his first time he's been part of a winning team.
What?
But it goes back farther than that.
Jesus.
Throughout his college and NFL careers, he's never been part of a winning season.
Wow.
After the game, head coach Ben Johnson awarded Moore a game ball, and Moore expressed how happy he was to be a part of this winning season. Yeah, grizzled old Bears fans like the barkeeper and me, we also are overjoyed to bear witness to this magical winning season. I'm having the most fun I've had in a long time, guys.
Damn right.
Yeah! Yeah, and this is the luckiest Bears season ever. Man, on Sunday, the Packers lost to the Broncos and the Lions lost to the Rams, making the Bears' playoff chances a little brighter. Couple that with injuries to key Packers players, Micah Parsons, Christian Watson, and Evan Williams. And Sunday was unbelievably fortuitous for the Bears. Yeah, the only person who got better news than the Bears on Sunday, Aldo? Yeah, it was this guy. Yeah, Bills quarterback Josh Allen, who found out the Chiefs were eliminated from the playoffs and Patrick Mahomes suffered a season-ending injury. Yeah, won't be standing in the way of Josh Allen this season. Yeah,
Thank you. I never thought about it that way.
A moment of silence for the Chiefs season. The Bears have been extremely fortunate this season. Yeah, in the words of the raging Bears fan Steven Zimmerman, the Bears are a team of destiny.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's got a hard rockin' soul.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah, but it's true. Zim's right. The Bears have been on the good side of luck all season. A blocked field goal to beat the Raiders in Vegas kicked things off. 5 come-from-behind wins by the Iceman, Captain Caleb comeback, a league-leading 30 turnovers for the Bears defense, and the Bears are at 10 wins. Yeah, 10 wins in spite of being the team leading the league with the most games lost due to injury. That's right.
Wow.
Bears lead the league in games missed to injury with 240, and they're still 10-4 and still in first place in the NFC North. Yeah, against the Browns, the Bears' good luck showed up again and again. Caleb hit DJ Moore in the back of the end zone and double coverage for an impossible, beautiful touchdown. Yeah, Jalen Johnson, he ended up with an interception in his hand, stealing a touchdown away from Browns receiver Jerry Jeudy. Yeah, extremely lucky bounces all season long. And there's no time to celebrate, no time to pat ourselves on the back because it's Packers week again. And again, the Bears are in prime time with the whole world watching for a rare Saturday night game at home with the division on the line. Yeah. And for whatever reason, for the better part of 3 decades, the Packers have been the Bears' kryptonite. And since the Brett Favre era, through the Aaron Rodgers era and into the Jordan Love era, the Bears are 16-51 versus the Packers. And it's the oldest rivalry in the NFL, they say. These games carry added weight, added pressure. And for the second time in 3 weeks, the Bears will face the Green Bay Packers with first place in the NFC North on the line.
Yeah.
Sunday night, Soldier Field will be a powder keg. The first meeting, it was a reality check. It showed the Bears how far they still had to go to beat the best teams in the league. In the first half, the Packers defense suffocated the Bears offense, holding them to just 3 points. But in the second half, Caleb Williams found a rhythm with the bootleg game and uses his capability to stay away from the pass rush of Micah Parsons. The Bears scored 18 points in the second half and were a mere 14 yards away from a touchdown that almost assuredly would have made the game come down to a 2-point conversion, Aldo.
Yep, that is exactly right.
Caleb Williams' performance against the Browns defense should give the coaching staff and fans optimism that their passing game can be successful against the league's best defenses. And following an 0-for-2 start passing, Caleb completed his subsequent 9 passes against the Browns. And before we knew it, he had 100-plus passing yards and a passing touchdown. On the day, he finished 17-28 for 242 yards and 2 touchdowns. His completion percentage took a hit toward the end of the game, but all in all, Sunday was his most accurate game of the season.
That's a W.
That's right, yeah. Said Williams after the Browns game, quote, "I feel like we're ready for just about anything. We're going to go out there and fight, and I like our chances, us versus anybody." I'll tell you, Caleb was at his best in the final 4 minutes of the game. He can make any throw, as he just told us, and he makes seemingly impossible throws. Against the Browns, he made amazing throw after amazing throw. It was beautiful. And Sunday against the Browns, Caleb Williams made NFL history. Through his first 1,000 pass attempts, he's only thrown 12 interceptions, the fewest of any quarterback ever.
That's pretty awesome.
Caleb, he's on another level protecting the ball, folks. He also made team history. With 6,691 career passing yards, Caleb Williams passed Justin Fields for 10th in Bears franchise history. Hopefully he put to bed Black Ditka.
Where is that
guy? He's now 421 passing yards away from moving past number 9 on the list, Bob Avellini. Only Aldo and I remember Bob Avellini.
Oh yeah, him and we remember him, and police remember him too for his drunken driving.
He was like the best quarterback we had for a while.
Oh my gosh, yes.
He's playing at a very high level, Caleb Williams says, and he's not turning the ball over. Bears fans are feeling confident with Williams at the helm. Yes, sir. 11 game-winning drives and only 27 career games. Yeah, this weekend. It's true, this weekend the Packers will be without their star pass rusher Micah Parsons, who was lost for the season to a torn ACL against the Broncos. As well, this week, Packers head coach Matt LaFleur called the Packers injury list, quote, substantial. Yeah, I call it extremely fortunate, Bears fans.
More luck, right?
Right. More luck. It's the luckiest Bears season ever, in my opinion. Yeah, following the Browns game, the Bears are playing with a lot of confidence. The defense dominated the entire game while coming away with 3 more takeaways. It's their signature on the season. In fact, the defense had as many interceptions, 3, as the Browns did points. And not only did the Browns gain just 9 first downs, but they failed to eclipse 200 team yards. The Bears will need another standout performance from their defense if they're going to take the North from the Packers and never give it back. And that's Bears state of affairs, Aldo!
Oh, John, you're too much. Oh, John, Hen!
Johnny Santucci, Bears state of affairs. Johnny Santucci, the talent's all upstairs. Johnny Santucci, you ain't no pussy. Johnny Santucci, in fact, you like coochie coochie. Johnny Santucci, I like the way you talk fast. Johnny Santucci, and you got a really nice Toochie. Johnny Santucci, thank you, Tooch.
Yeah, baby. Nicely done.
What's up, Zim?
Hey, Zim, unmute yourself and tell us how you doing.
I quoted Zim this Bears state of affairs, but he missed it. Although
I missed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sure seems like they're a team of destiny. Everything they need to break for them is kind of breaking the way they need it right now, and it's all a matter of whether they can take advantage of it or not. You know, it's funny too because I watch a Lions fan on YouTube, you know, for his non-Lions related content, and I'm almost embarrassed to admit that I enjoy something that a Lions fan creates. But all that aside, you know, he's out here talking about how he's not worried about the final 3 games, about how, you know, it's more about whether this team is poised to make a deep playoff run and how the Bears are they're a playoff team, sure, but they're not. Excuse me. I just finished eating it. It's still a little spicy.
What'd you have?
Some leftover. I turned some leftover taco fixins into a taco salad for myself. A little burrito bowl taco salad thing.
Nice.
Yeah, my wife's a hell of a cook. I shout out to her. She feeds me so well. But at any rate, you know,
wow, she must be really.
But anyway, they're talking about how, you know, the Lions apparently aren't worried about these last 3 games, and it's like, I don't know about that right now. Like, the Bears really are rolling and cruising, and the Lions just lost a game that it felt like in years past they win. And you know, the Packers are kind of in the same situation right now, and the Vikings are just a mess. You know, I've said for years I don't like the way that their GM organized and built their roster, and I feel a little validated in how that's going right now because they can't put anything together. Justin Jefferson is having the worst season of his career because that offense is such a mess right now. And so
they've had some injuries too, but you know, like Derek.
They sure have. But
right,
everybody has injuries. You know, the Bears lead the league in games lost to injury. You know, that's not really an excuse right now when the team in first place has more games lost to injury than you do. So, you know, it's really fun to watch. It's really interesting to see what's going on. You know, as Tooch pointed out, we're doing things that we haven't seen since Bob Avellini. You know, we're doing things, as Danikin pointed out, that we haven't seen since David Montgomery was still on this side of the border. It's crazy to see what's happening. And yeah, it feels weird to be in this position where it's like, Lions fans are convincing themselves of certain things, and Packers fans are, and I can't really blame them. Like, their franchise might be fucked for the next 3 years because of this singular injury. And that's a tough pill to swallow. You don't make this trade if you know that he's going to get hurt this year, because this could realistically cripple them, foundationally for years.
Because they've lost 2 first-round picks, and the injury could go into the middle of next season, maybe even longer than that. Yeah,
and it's not even just the 2 first-round picks. It's the financial capital that you've set aside for him as well. You've now hamstringed yourself from being able to potentially sign his replacement because you now have other holes on this roster to fill. And it seems like Christian Watson might get slapped with the injury-prone label now. This guy can't stay on the field, it seems like, since that first injury he got 2 years ago now. It seems like he can't stay on the field for more than about 4 or 5 games at a time, and he's far and away their best receiver. It's a situation that I think Bears fans have been in so many times before, and as much as we can empathize with the Packers fans, it's so nice to see them finally catching a little bit of bad luck when it feels like the ball has bounced their way for the last 30 years.
How nervous is him and the rest of you guys? How nervous are you about Saturday night's game?
I'd be a lot less nervous if they'd won the first one, that's for sure. But
they came so close.
That's kind of it. They made all the adjustments. They made all the right moves. I was just listening to Hogan Johns on my way home. They made a great point. All the things that caused the Bears to lose that game were self-inflicted. You know what's the easiest mistakes to fix? The ones that are self-inflicted. So there's a real chance the Bears come out hot. They come out swinging. They get out to another 14-0 lead like they did on Cleveland. And we see what happens from there. Because let's not pretend like the Bears aren't capable of blowing a 14-point lead either. So,
Danikin, what about you?
I'm not really nervous. I'm optimistic about this game. I think the Bears will win this game. I guess we'll get into that later too, but I'm very optimistic. Let's put it that way. I'm not that nervous about the game. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be good. You might have a team that you got to go out there and you battle because it is a rivalry game, but I could see a way where the Bears could actually blow this thing open and really make this a 2, maybe even 3-score game at some point.
Yeah. What about you, Tooch? What's your level of concern?
I'm definitely more confident. The momentum is all with the Bears. They're coming off a victory against the Browns, in which they played great in all 3 phases of the game. They put together a complete game. The Packers suffered a devastating injury and lost their best player for the season.
Yeah,
the mood is definitely has to be darker in the Packers locker room than in the Bears locker room, 100%. In the first game, the Packers, they tackled really well. Evan Williams, a big part of their run game, the safety, and he might be out in this game. The Bears might catch a break there. Christian Watson, they had the 2 explosive plays from Watson. He might miss the game. Their best pass rusher is definitely missing the game. The Bears against the Packers, the run game took a while to get going. And the Packers stopped the Bears from getting explosive plays in the run game. That was really key to the game. The Bears are dependent on explosive plays from the run game all season long. We've been getting it. Like Aldo said, the run game design has been brilliant, from Ben Johnson to Dan Rochar. Just the way they scheme things. There's been holes the size of trucks like all season long against the Eagles. Man, it was unbelievable. Like I said, it was like a symphony. And look, the offense is close to taking the next step. They got to clean up some small mistakes. It's a run-first offense, which is what we talked about, what we wanted. It has to dominate the line of scrimmage, and against the Packers, we got out physical. They dominated the line of scrimmage against us. Ben Johnson got away from the run game a little bit. In games, he's tended to get away from the run game a little bit. He's been chasing bigger plays in the passing game. But like I said, the Packers, they tackled well in that first game. If we could get some explosive plays in the run game, we should break it open and come away with the victory.
I love that. And You know, one thing that I did want to point out in this whole discussion, as long as we're talking about this, is every player on that Packers defense knows. They know that they're one Keyshawn Nixon instinctive play away from potentially losing that last game. You know, and that weighs heavy on your mind as a player when you know that you were this close. And there's one player in particular who knows Keyshawn saved my ass, dude. If Keyshawn didn't cover my guy, that's on me. You know, he's the Chris Conti of that game. So, you know, that's going to weigh on these guys, and it's going to weigh on the coaching staff too, where they're going to have to coach these guys up and say, like, look, guys, you could have blown this very easily. You could have blown this. And that's going to be a coaching point for them all week. You best believe that the Packers are going to come into this just as fierce as they came into the last game, and the Bears got to have an answer. And I'm really glad, because I'm pretty sure I said on last week's show that, like, my concern was not the Browns. My concern was making sure their head was right for this week's game, and that what they needed to do was come out, stomp the Browns, take care of business, and don't even let it be a question, because you're that pissed off that you need to go handle business this week. That's exactly what they did. I am so glad that they did that, because anything less than what they did last week would have been really concerning going into this game. And the other part of it is, you know, the defense played 4 full quarters. They could have easily let up a score in the last minute of that game and just said, it's garbage time. Who cares? They said, nah, this is our shit. We want this. This is our house. You got to earn it. And
they would have had a shutout.
They're going to have. That's it. They were this close to a shutout, if not for, you know, a couple of close plays.
Yeah, Shedeur made some plays in the long passing game to Isaiah Bond. That was a little bit of defense that's got to be tightened up a little bit, the deep ball. I mean, Shedeur, look, like I said, the Browns are kind of where we were last year with the rookie quarterback and a lame duck head coach heading for a top 10 draft pick.
Yep.
You know,
I mentioned it in my song. Like it's, you know.
Yeah, it was hard. It was hard to pile on him because we've been there, man.
Yeah.
But Shedeur Sanders, I don't think played terrible. I mean, he's a rookie. He made some nice plays. He threw the ball well, I thought.
His stats look so much worse than his game actually.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. What I was going for. Exactly, Zim.
You mentioned your song, Zim. Why don't we play it now? Why don't you lead into it?
Sure. Yeah. So this is something I alluded to early in the season after the Detroit game in week 2. It is a Midwest emo style because it's what I could come up with for this week. I wanted something not from Green Bay because we already did polka and I don't know what the hell else is from Wisconsin other than beer and cheese. So I went for a Midwest emo style because it's a style that I myself like to listen to. It's a little bit more intricate and I don't know, technical. Intricate and technical, I think is a good way to put it, rather than standard pop music, but it maintains the same formulas. That's it on the music side, but as far as the song itself goes, it's not about the Browns because we all knew it wasn't about the Browns, just like last week's song wasn't really about the Browns. We've gotten 3 weeks of songs out of the Packers because these games are that important. And it's important to keep in mind that you got to take it 1 week at a time. And I feel like there was something else I wanted to say about it. I will say this. We might get another Midwest emo song at the end of the season leading into the Detroit game because it's a style that I personally love. I've been playing around with more personally. You know, I've got the guitars in the background. You see them all. And it's something that I've been really enjoying learning myself. So there's a little bit that there it is right there. There's way more over here off screen that you can't quite see. But at any rate, I've been babbling enough. This was intended to be, that's where I was going with this. This was intended to be based on Fall Out Boy, a very, very famous Chicago pop punk band. I couldn't quite get it dialed in the way I wanted to, so I pivoted. I went to the Midwest emo style. I think it turned out way better this way, personally. So, yeah, that's all I got. Go ahead and take it away whenever you're ready.
So I think you were going to also say that any resemblance to gay music is purely unintentional, right?
This has no resemblance to the Village People. I think that is fair to say.
All right, here it comes.
Brothers and sisters, please lend me your ears. We've been where the Browns are, so tip them a cheers. The division is open, it's ours for the keeping. And with a few wins we can seal our destiny. A franchise that could be left broken for years because of a knee on a player premiere. And short term's no better, battling weather. The storm's getting worse outside and in your mind. They're locked and they're loaded to pick up a win. You better be ready, take one on the chin. Here we go again. It's time to show up or shut up. Are you the trend or are you just trending? Take it week by week and fast forward the ending. A franchise that might be the standard for years, cause maybe they found their player premiere. But long term won't matter if you can't withstand the weather. Is the storm truly fading or is this just the eye? They're locked and they're loaded to pick up a win. You better be ready, take one on the chin. Here we go again. It's time to show up or shut up. Are you the trend or are you just trending? Take it week by week and fast forward the ending. This time feels different. I've heard it before. Now it's time to prove it with an ugly score. If you want the city to truly believe, put your foot on their neck like at Norton and X. They're locked and they're loaded to pick up a win. You better be ready, take one on the chin. Here we go again. It's time to show up or shut up. Are you the trend or are you just trending? Take it week by week and fast forward the ending. It's time to show up or shut up. Take it week by week and fast forward the ending.
Very nicely done.
Not bad at all. Yeah, real good.
That was great.
Not bad at all.
You're pretty good.
Yeah,
with
that's
this.
a fun one. Well, I mean, that one, again, it was a little easier for me because I kind of got some ideas. I ran with it. I might have picked up the guitar a little bit and said, hey, do this. And so, you know, it's fun to be able to do that with it. If you enjoy music like that, because I know it's sort of a niche style, I would recommend bands like American Football or Tiny Moving Parts. Tiny Moving Parts is one of my absolute favorites lately. So, you know, when I write songs like that, it's very natural because it's my normal listening habits. That's all. So,
Yeah.
I just want to draw attention. My favorite line that I put in that song is, are you the trend or are you just trending? Like, I want to know, like, is this legit?
Great
like,
line.
Oh man, I really think that it's going to take more than just this season to find that out. But like this week would be a really good indicator of like, is this team just kind of moving the needle or are they moving the bar? You know?
Yeah. I think we're gonna know a lot sooner, Zim, because every season it's its own story. And we'll later when I play the media mash, it's Greenberg on the Get Up show on ESPN. He says the Bears, you never know. It's like Dan Campbell said after they were knocked out of the playoffs 2 seasons ago. He said you never know if you're going to get back into the conference championship game. And so this is the chance for the Bears. They could shock everybody, and people say, "Wow, it came out of the blue." Whatever. It doesn't matter. You got an opportunity now to do it. Get it done. There you go. Our guys saying the Bears are a playoff team.
The thing, just to kind of talk about that point just a minute, you think back to 2018, and to me 2018 was lightning in a bottle for the Bears, right? And the fall off was dramatic. You see what I'm saying? The fall off was very dramatic, but there were a lot of flaws, and there was good reason why that team fell off and why they didn't perform, right? That this team is different, though. I see it differently this time around because they've corrected so many of the bad things that were happening in the previous, 5, 6, 7 years or whatever it's been, since 2018, really, 7 years or so. So, they've corrected so many things. They've exercised the demons on the road, right, and squandering opportunities in games. Now they're becoming the team that takes full advantage of those things. And while we say, I don't like to use luck, like the ball is bouncing our way and things like that, those things happen, right? But the Bears are making plays. There's rookies that make plays. And it ain't just one play. It ain't just two. Colston Loveland's made several plays, big plays, right? Even on the defensive side of the ball, even a block punt, block kick, we should say, right? The defensive side of the ball, there are batted balls that happen at the end of games where it's not just once. It happens several times. Those are things to me that people are actually they're doing. That's not luck. You can't luckily do that over and over and over. That has to be something that the team is being coached to do. And I see it being them being coached to do some of these things and make these things happen. Like I said, it's an opportunistic defense, right? That means when they have the opportunity, they will take full advantage of it. So I look at it as a little bit more than luck. If I looked at it as luck, then I would say, okay, maybe this is lightning in a bottle again. But I see it being it's a stark contrast to anything that we've seen in the last 7 years.
Yeah, the coaches are so good that it's a lot of luck, but it's more than luck with these coaches.
Yeah.
Right, Aldo?
Oh my goodness.
Coaching matters.
Oh, is that what that sign says? I wasn't looking.
Welcome back, Aldo.
Yeah, good stuff. One of the things that excites me about this team is how physical they are playing. Danikin and Five Thoughts talked about that block on Myles Garrett. Loveland just knocking the shit out of him and so forth. Declan Doyle was asked this today about the physicality of the team, and this was what he said.
Yeah, I think that's contagious sometimes. You watch you talk about the play that Jonah had, and to put that on tape and our guys to see that and see what that looks like and kind of embody the physicality that we want to play with, the brand of football that we want to embody. It's a positive because the things that we're preaching are showing up week in and week out, and you're really starting to see our identity on tape and what we say we're going out and doing, and so that's encouraging anytime that shows up.
I think that was Mason Graham, the top draft pick out of Michigan, and a lot of people were hoping will come to the Bears. That Jonah Jackson just fucking flattens like he's, I don't know why.
I didn't want the Bears to draft him. I didn't think he was. I like the other kid on Michigan's defensive line.
Yeah, what was his name? Grant? Was it Grant?
Grant, who went to the Dolphins.
Yeah.
But Ben Johnson came out and talked about Drew Dahlman. Drew Dahlman dominated the three technique in that game too. And then Ozzie Trapillo, man, he played a great game against arguably the best defensive player in the league.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man. I wouldn't say it was a great game, but it was
I watched some for a rookie. It was a great game for a first year player.
Yeah, I agree with
the best player in the league on defense.
I will definitely take that. All right, guys, I'd love to, you know what? I got a song too. I don't know if we played this on Bear Their Souls before the Packer game. But while I was in rehab and just frustrated one night, I said, I need to do a song about the fucking Packers, and I need to let all my anger out, not only against them, but just for my, thank you. Just, because of the fucked up stroke that I had. So here it is. It's no, don't take it seriously. I was just fucking around here. So that's my disclaimer.
This video is produced solely for satirical purposes. It is not a call to violence. Nonetheless, fuck Green Bay.
Ayo, it's fuck Green Bay till I'm dead in the grave. In the state of Illinois, it ain't safe for a cheesehead. Block by my side, keep the eye on me like a motherfucking Steely Dan. Those fans with cheeseheads, just another clan.
Shout out my Bears, man, I love them.
I was off the shrooms last night
and I hugged one.
Ran into a Green Bay fan
and I mugged him.
And if you a Green Bay fan,
you can suck my nuts.
Bitch, I'm up one.
And my lady said I gotta stop smoking on Green Bay. And my psychiatrist said it's bad for my mental health. And my brother said it's bad for my physical health.
But shit, fucking man, I'm all in.
I'm fucking all in.
Oh,
I'm fucking all in.
I'm fucking all in.
I'm fucking all in.
Oh,
I'm fucking all in.
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 I'm fucking all in. Ayo, the Packers suck their ass. Fuck Green Bay. I hate Green Bay. Green Bay ain't nothing but some lame asses. Green Bay, I'm on your ass. And the Bears gonna beat your ass.
Bitch, you can't handle this Big Johnson. He gon' fuck your ass up.
And my Bears gonna beat your ass.
And I can't wait for this Sunday. And you gon' get your ass beat.
Fuck Green Bay.
That was great. Matt LaFleur is going to have your picture up on the team bulletin board, although after that song.
I know. I expect a bunch of cheeseheads to be walking down the block. Where is he? Where is he? That was a lot of anger, you know, my stroke and shit, and just letting out all the fucking frustration that I had, and also frustration at having the Packers beat the fuck out of our asses for the last 2-3 decades. I mean, you know, what was it? After Lovie Smith left, we had like a 15-20 game lead in the all-time series against them, and now it's all gone.
Now it's like a 13 game deficit. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it is awful, just awful.
All right, at least we're not the Cardinals. They could win out this season and go 17-0 the next few seasons, still be under 500 for their career.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure I saw something that like the Cardinals have only reached the postseason like 11 times in their 105-year career.
Holy shit.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure George Halas just let him into the league so he had somebody to kick around. Like
doormat of the they talk about doormats of divisions. That's the doormat of the league.
Yeah. Well, they used to play in White Sox Park, so they still got that stench on them, right, Zim?
Hey,
my dad used to always talk about the Chicago Cardinals and Charlie Trippy. It's like one of his favorite
jeez.
Charlie Trippy.
Oh, that is wild. All right, we got about 5 minutes left until Fitz's arrival. Any special topic? I got a question for you guys. I heard this on the Score Sports Radio, and I thought it was a great question posed by the show host. It was Mark Grody and I forgot his first name, Harrison, who does the afternoon show with Layla Ramini. And they asked somebody this question. Kevin Fishbane. Who is, no coaches, who is the most valuable player for the Bears this season so far? Zim, I'll start with you because I think that's
Joe Tooney.
Oh, I like that.
Joe
answer.
Tooney, hands down.
Tell me why.
Hang on. I got some numbers here.
Oh,
In addition to some other things. I'm glad this came up.
Good.
No,
good.
it's Joe Tooney for what he's done for the mindset of that offensive line, for what he's done coaching up 3 players next to him this season, and for the fact that here's one. This is more of a Joe Tooney stat than I think people want to admit.
Okay.
Ozzie Trapillo had a 91.1 pass block grade, allowing 0 pressures according to PFF against the Packers last time they played. That's a Joe Tooney stat, as much as people don't think it is. That's a Joe Tooney stat. Now,
a little bit of a stretch, in my opinion. Why do you say it's a Joe Tooney stretch stat?
Do you think he plays? He being Ozzie Trapillo plays that well if it's Tevin Jenkins next to him? Come on.
Hell no. Kevin Jenkins would have only played half the game.
Well, that's a big part of it. I can't find exactly what I was looking for, but Joe Tooney has somewhere around 900 sacks, I want to say, this year. Do you know how many sacks he has allowed?
0.
0. Do you know how many pressures he's allowed?
I think 2.
It's single digits. I know that much.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, it's unbelievable what he personally has done to change this line. Not to mention he's got a little C on his chest that he wears every single week. Sorry, I guess it's on this side, but he wears a C on his chest every week. And what that means to the rest of these guys, because trust me, I would love to say Drew Dahlman, because Drew Dahlman has been transformative for the center position. Maybe the best center the Bears have had since Jay Hilgenberg. And yes, that includes Olin Kreutz.
Okay.
I mean, Dahlman really is that dude. And I don't think that we expected him to be this good, even though he was such a no-brainer signing. And Jonah Jackson, he's had his ups and downs. He is above average for sure. But no, Tooney, that guy, he came into this locker room and he said, guys, I've worked with Tom Brady. I've worked with Pat Mahomes. I have won 4 Super Bowls. Let me show you how it's done.
Yep.
And that's so valuable to a roster.
Look what happened to the Chiefs without him.
Exactly. They can't block shit. I mean, they're like a colander for the offensive line. It's water running through it. Sure, the noodles get stopped, but I mean, it's a fucking noodle. You better stop it, you know?
Like Mahomes goes to some Danikin, and this motherfucker was nowhere to be found.
That guy's been taking steroids. You seen him lately in commercials? He is jacked.
He does this game show for like video game players and stuff.
Really?
Yeah. They've done like 3 seasons of it now.
Ooh.
And yeah, he hosts some online series. What is it? All State State of the Game or something like that. I don't remember. Anyway, yeah, just yoked lately. Like, jacked is an understatement. Yoked is the proper word, I think. Anyway, on to you guys. Tooch, Danikin, your MVP for the Bears this season.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Joe Tooney's veteran leadership, the Super Bowl experience. You know, I want to say Caleb Williams because the team goes the way Caleb Williams goes. But maybe we're a year away from, Caleb being the reason the Bears start winning, no matter what. But at Nahshon Wright, you could make an argument for on defense. If I was to pick a unit, it would definitely be the offensive line, because the 3 interior offensive linemen they signed has, completely transformed this offense from, they're scoring 26 points a game. That's like 8 points more than they scored last season a game. That's a huge difference. If I were to choose a group, I would say this coaching staff, because the coaching staff has also transformed the locker room. It's transformed the mindset, the attitude. The playbook is fantastic, man. This is the playbook we've always been wanting to, where, plays are set up early for plays down the road, for situations down the road. The bootleg game, the screen game, the run game, everything looks fantastic. It's just there's little mistakes they've got to clean up, and it's the first year in this offense. So I'm super excited. What worries me in the back of my head is, man, we're peaking too early. What the heck?
Too far ahead of schedule.
Yeah. Are we too far ahead of schedule? We don't want to fall flat. But we can beat any team. I think. The Seahawks and Rams both 11-3. They're in the driver's seat, but they play this weekend. So if the Bears can win, they'll get to 11 wins. If we get to 12 wins, we automatically win the division because Green Bay can't get to 12 wins with that tie. Yeah. So if we get to 12 wins, the division NFC North is ours, and we'll be playing every game in Soldier Field except the championship game if the Rams are the number 1 seed. But if the Rams and Seahawks stumble, hey, the road to the Super Bowl goes through Chicago.
Who's your MVP, Danikin?
I'm going to go a different route, and it's going to be a route that a lot of people are not going to like. And I'm going to say my MVP is going to be Ryan Poles right now.
No.
He's not a player, though. But yeah, I agree.
I don't care. Well, but he's part of the team. He's putting this freaking team together. You got the coach in here. No. You got the coach in. You revamped the entire offensive line. 4 new starters on the offensive line.
The depth,
right. Look at the signings. Even Ben Johnson. I would put him in there as well. I'm just saying Ryan Poles because I believe he doesn't get any credit for what is being done with this team. But there's a lot of the same players that he picked, that he drafted, that are playing excellent now because of the coaching. So you got to put the coaching up there. I would put Ben Johnson as a MVP as well because of the team that he assembled around him. A lot of times coaches go into a situation, they're the genius, right? They're the guy with the brain. They run the show. They do this, that, and the third, and they get a bunch of their friends because, hey, I can, these are yes men. They'll appreciate me having this job. He went in there and he put together a coaching staff that was outstanding. And we said it from day one with Dennis Allen, with Antoine Randall, all of these guys that he got, and you look at what it's producing on the football field, it's not just the players. We could give it to the players, but I just can't. I can't give it directly to the players because not only did you bring in new players, but the same players we had last year that were playing horrible, that had bad habits and terrible play from Caleb Williams on, are now playing much better. And then not only that, but Ben Johnson, I would like to throw him into that hat as well. And because I seen somebody put in the chat, Caleb Williams, it should be Caleb Williams because he, had a fourth quarter comeback and this, that, and the third. Ben Johnson a couple weeks ago said we're winning games in spite of the passing game.
Mm-hmm.
I can't give it to Caleb because of that. But I do appreciate how honest he is as a coach. And the players appreciate it too. And it's clear that they do because they fully bought into what he's talking about right now.
Okay. So the MVP for this season in the NFL is going to be what coach? What GM? You're breaking the rules and
I'm breaking them.
We're giving out a most valuable player. If you want to talk about who is the NFL Executive of the Year, then I'm with you. Poles definitely deserves consideration for that. Coach of the Year, Ben Johnson definitely deserves consideration for that. But I want to know the player. And the brilliance of the question is that it's really hard to pick. It really is. And a lot of people are going to go with Zim that it's Tooney, but I can understand votes for Caleb. I can understand votes for DeAndre Swift. I can understand votes for Nashawn Wright, who came in and did an incredible job in the defensive backs. I can understand a lot of players on this team because it has been a team that has played great complementary football, and there hasn't been just one standout player. That's
so. Let me ask this. Let me ask. Okay, so since you put it that way, I'll pick a player. I'm not gonna go Tooney. I'm gonna go Dahlman, and the reason I go Dahlman is because
I think it's easy to
What is the worst situation that the Bears have had? Positional player. In the last several years, we could not find a center for anything in this world, right?
It's a great
so to have somebody come in there and be a stalwart at that position, I got to throw him into the conversation as well.
We had a guard playing center for like 3 or 4 years and convinced everybody that it was totally okay. Like, for how long did we have to watch Cody Whitehair snap knuckleballs back to people and just be like, yeah, this is what it's supposed to look like? Like, oh my God, we gaslit ourselves for so long.
I love it. And Fitz, you got 25 seconds to come up with your response on who is the most valuable player for the Chicago Bears so far in 2025, but we have to endure this first.
He's about to make me hungry. Gonna microwave popcorn, trust me. When he talks about food, my appetite is renewed. This is Fitz with his restaurant critique.
There he is, Mr. Fitz. Put him in the middle. How you doing, brother?
Right. It feels like a long time since I've seen that. That's great. Great to have you back, Aldo. Glad
Thank you.
On the men, man. It's
Thank you.
Blessing to see you. Yeah.
I appreciate it. And thank you for all the good wishes. By the way, I got to say, every time I just see a picture of you, I get hungry. You don't have to be talking food or holding food. I see you and I start getting hungry. So whatever you're doing is working.
Okay. Right.
Hey, who's the most valuable player for the Bears this season?
I'm going offensive line. I got to agree with Danikin on here with Dahlman. That was really my first one, because when the best thing you can know about an offensive lineman is that you never hear their name during the game. How often do you ever hear Dahlman's name throughout the game? You never do. You'll hear it afterwards when you get grading systems or something. He's not committing penalties. Caleb is being protected. There's no issues with the snaps anymore. I mean, it's like you don't hear him. So it's like, okay, so if we're going to go offensive line, because that's improving everything, the running game, the passing game, the protection, all that, I'm going to go with the guy with the ball in his hand from Go with Dahlman. I'll do that. Oh, thank you, J2K, for the belated birthday gift. Thank you.
Yeah. So you just hit 50, huh? Do you feel different?
Yeah, it hit me like a lightning bolt, too.
Welcome to the club.
I didn't think I was going to see 50 in a day.
Hey, welcome to the 50 club, man.
Yeah.
You got a lot of good years ahead of you.
I hope so, yeah. But yeah, I'm going Dahlman with MVP.
It's hard to argue about, just about anybody on that offensive line. Go ahead, Zim. You had a point.
Oh, I just want to prove you guys wrong real quick.
All right.
I love it.
Tooney and Dahlman are tied for the same amount of penalties with 2. Dahlman has 1 sack allowed, while Tooney has 0 sacks allowed. Dahlman and Tooney each have 1 hit allowed. And Dahlman has allowed 17 pressures to Tooney's 11 pressures. Now, where Dahlman does have the advantage is he has 1 fumble recovery. So anyway,
let me push back too. Let me push back.
Please.
Dahlman does have the higher grade per PFF for whatever that matters for.
Because he has more responsibility. As a center, you got more responsibility.
Yeah,
you got to communicate with everybody on the offensive line. You got to get the protections correct, right?
Yes.
You got to communicate with your quarterback. So his responsibilities they far outweigh what Tooney's doing. No, I'm not taking away from Tooney though, but I'm just saying Dahlman, if your anchor is right there, that's the center position. So it's been pitiful for years, man. Like years.
Yeah,
and
no,
so
I
that's
do
the only
think
reason
you
it
guys make
stands
great
out
points. Honestly, I have to support my argument. All right.
Yeah.
I got you.
No, I think you guys make really good points. I think Dahlman is a big part of Caleb's success, to be totally honest. Like, I don't think that Caleb understands defenses the way that he does, or he's able to call the protections or make the adjustments that he does at the line without somebody as smart as Dahlman handing the ball to him every play. So
This is
a good argument to have, because that means
it is.
we would have never been saying anything about the trenches before,
That's
right?
it. When was the last time we had an argument? No, this offensive lineman's better than that one. It's like, no, they're all dog shit. They're all dog shit except for Kyle Long. Or, like, how long did we have those conversations?
Yeah. Fitz, I was going to ask you if, look at that. There he is.
He's got giant hands, Aldo.
He does. Look at those hands. Holy God. He's only 26. That's amazing. Hey, Fitz, if the offensive line was a fast food restaurant, what would Drew Dahlman be? What would be the guards? Would they be like hot dogs, hamburgers? I'm trying to draw a food analogy out of you.
I think they would be in the Italian beef cheesesteak type of. And that,
now you're talking.
Yes. Big beefy, bone stick,
prime rib.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh gosh, yes. I love it. All right, we're going to talk more football with Fitz, but first, you took a visit over to Vienna Factory Restaurant.
Yeah, Vienna Beef. I was actually at the. I posted a picture of me in the factory.
Saw that
over there on was it Pershing, over by these old stockyards. And across the street is the factory store. It's their little restaurant there. But yeah, I had a great time going through the tour today. I brought along my buddy Rob, who's in the video there, and he was the one actually responsible for the idea of the Fitzometer. So longtime friend, known him since 7th grade. And yeah, it was just fascinating. It was nice to see how the sausage was made. It's like,
yeah. So, is this a tour that's open to the public?
No, it's not. I actually, the son of the CFO follows me on Twitter and reached out to me and said, "Hey, if you want to come by sometime, just let me know." And it was
awesome.
kind of, yeah, it was.
Nice.
So yeah, it's. I'm actually working on some videos with there because I saw the corporate office. They've got some memorabilia because they used to have a pop-up museum. So they've got a lot of old stuff, old photographs from, like the World's Fair in 1893. So I'm putting together a little long-form video of just of Vienna Beef and its connection to Chicago. I'm trying something new, it's a little more difficult, a little different than what I've normally done, but we'll see how it comes out. Hopefully around New Year's.
Like a video essay type thing, or
yeah, kind of like that.
How long form are we talking?
Maybe a couple of minutes.
Okay.
Nothing. My videos are usually a minute and a half. This will probably 3 minutes or so. So
I'm just curious because true long form content is getting more and more popular. The 30 to 45 minute, even hour long videos. And I didn't know, how deep you were interested in diving into that.
I
could listen to you talk about that for an hour, honestly.
I'd love to do that, something like that. But I just don't have, I guess I just don't have the capability at the moment to do that. So
sure.
For the time, but yeah, I'd love to do something even longer, but it gets into a little historical side of it and, just what it takes to get a Vienna Beef to your favorite restaurant. So, yeah. So working on that.
J2K recommends you do a Chicago restaurant history documentary.
I would love to. I would love to do something like that. That would, yeah, definitely on a bucket list.
All right, well, let's take a look at your video, and we'll talk about it and more Bears football on the other end.
All right, let's go. Spicy Ditka, right?
Yeah, right.
I'm still over here. Yeah.
It's a beef.
The Spicy Ditka Polish sausage at the Vienna Beef Factory store. I feel like this is like a 331 Fitzometer. Feels like a really, really good score. Very special.
factory store beef brisket, barbecue beef brisket.
Smokehouse.
Brisket. Look at that. It's just thinly cut. Wow, that's a shame. Let's take a bite.
Mike said this was pretty good.
Yeah,
Mike said it was like the sandwich to have.
It's juicy and dripping. Tasty. And that barbecue sauce. This is really good. It's a good sandwich. Let me take.
Mike didn't do us wrong.
Mike did not do us wrong.
Mike did not do us wrong.
Not just hot dogs at the end of beef.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is definitely, that sandwich is a $3.29 from the Fitz meter. That's a, knocked it out of the park.
Yeah. The spicy Ditka, smokehouse brisket.
Smokehouse brisket. All right. Pershing, near the stockyards. Come on down. Good stuff.
Where should I eat next? Comment in the replies, #FitzMagicEats, and check out all of my reviews on my YouTube channel at FitzMagicShy.
I gotta get that sandwich, bro.
That brisket looks so good.
I gotta get that.
I gotta ask a question. Is that brisket made with Vienna beef, or is it made with like something made in-house, or?
They have a smokehouse, so they're smoking beef briskets in there all the time.
Okay.
And I saw them trimming it and getting it ready for packaging. You know, they've got corned beef sandwiches. Yeah, so
Vienna
one of the
corned beef and pastrami is fantastic.
I have so many questions. Do they sell like packaged pastrami, corned beef?
Yeah.
Like brisket too? Like
brisket,
wow,
yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Like by the pound and stuff.
Yeah,
I never
St. Patrick's Day, you'll see them in the stores, and you can get them in the stores.
I never knew they had brisket. That sounds so, because for me, Vienna, you know, it's mainly the hot dogs, and then they've got the corned beef and pastrami, which is good. And the only other product I think I've tried from them outside of, you know, like, well, I shouldn't say that, but one of the products that always fell flat with me, I should say, is their Italian beef. I never cared for Vienna's Italian beef. I always liked the homemade, the mom and pop stuff, like worlds better. So that's why it surprises me to see this. That's all.
Yeah. No, so every day at 10:30, they have a tasting from yesterday's production that's going out. So I got to partake in that. And they have the hot dogs that are going to Portillo's. They've got the spicy Ditkas. They had a chili there and a stuffed vegetable soup. It was really, so I tried those. The chili was fantastic. I don't know how I missed that one all these years. And the chili actually, Culver's sells it. Sells the beef chili. Okay. And the soup was excellent. They're not into like canned soups. Most of their soups are like for like food services, things like that, because they just make it in larger quantities. But yeah, it was fascinating just to get up there and taste some things. And Mike, who we were talking about, he was one of the production managers. He suggested the smokehouse brisket sandwich. He says it was one of his favorite sandwiches. So I'm like, all right, yeah, let's go.
Go ahead. Sorry.
And the spicy Ditka, it's a spicy Polish sausage. They you'll see it was at last place I saw it was at Mickey's on Manheim, the one that I was at recently. And they sell it there. It's a real popular item, but yeah, it was really tasty. Not just heat. It's it's a good Polish sausage, good flavor, good heat. Yeah, so they've got a lot going on up there. So
on that brisket sandwich, what barbecue sauce did they use? Was it Vienna barbecue sauce? Was it open pit? Was it?
I don't know exactly what was on it. But it was like a sweet, tangy one. It was I would say similar to an open pit.
Cool.
That's what it was. But yeah, that was at the end. They took us to lunch across the street, and so
that restaurant's attached to the factory, or
no? It's across the street.
Across the street. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Pretty good stuff.
But yeah, it was a fun day. A lot of fun. Just going.
Do they sell that spicy Polish sausage too?
What's that?
Can you buy the spicy Ditka sausage?
Yep, you can get that. It's sold in the stores at the factory store there. You can get it by the pound. It's just like a deli. It's they've got a little deli area there, and I picked up some natural casing hot dogs, which you can't always find in stores. Those are the best. So, but yeah, it's. I was up there last time. I actually did a video from the factory store in July. I don't know if we've shown it on here or not, but yeah, I got some hot dogs up there while I was getting ready for a family reunion. So it was a fun day, a lot of fun.
Very nice.
Their website has stuff that you can order. Let me see if I can call this real quick here. So here's some of the stuff that you can have shipped to you: dogs and sausages. There are different sauces and mustard and sport peppers, etc.
That's right. They sell the relish specifically. I always remember because it's impossible to find the neon green relish outside of the city limits of Chicago, it feels like.
Yeah.
And you can order it directly from Vienna. I know a lot of people do.
Yeah, there's the Ditka's sausage. Yep.
You got to buy it by the case. Yeah, you do have to do it by the case. And if you buy it by the case, they're freaking big. They're, foot long wieners. And they are different. I will say that. I think
it's not overly spicy. It's a good heat. It's nothing that like brings tears to your eyes or anything like that.
No, to me, it's like slightly above a Polish sausage, but like I'll put it this way: if like Jardiniere is too hot for you, then you'd still be okay with the Ditka sausage. Like it's not even that spicy. It's a nice mid-range. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd put it at like a 3 or a 4.
That's he's right about that.
Did there used to be one at like Fullerton and Elston?
Yes, that's no longer there. This is they moved it down here a few years ago.
Okay, because that's the one I remember going to and grabbing stuff from.
And Ditka's used to have a breakfast sausage. They used to get a Jewel that was out of this world, and I don't see it anymore. I think that whole Ditka brand, food brand, sort of disbanded, and Vienna Beef picked up a few of the things. I don't know if I haven't seen the breakfast sausage in a while. It used to be really good.
Good stuff. Danikin, you got an invitation to hang out with Shorty. I will give you fair warning. If you invite him to your house, he will probably piss in your bushes. Like, keep that in mind. I probably warned that joke out, right, Shorty? Anyway, great stuff. It's something that I look forward to every show is your food reviews. And right now I'm on kind of a special diet, so I can't touch any of that food, but it's hopefully soon the doctor's going to make some changes. Let's talk a little bit more Bears football and then move into anything goes. There's a couple of TV shows that I've seen that I want to share with you. But guys,
I'm sure you've had plenty of time for that recently.
Yeah, I did really. Anything regarding the Chicago Bears, Green Bay Packers contest that you want to get off your chest right now?
First things first, fuck Green Bay. Anybody else have anything? Go ahead.
I just want to say I missed the last one on Green Bay. Okay, there you go.
Right, you were out, right?
Go in there.
No, they've got to stop the big plays. That's the thing that still scares me about the defense is giving up big plays, and Green Bay can do them like any other team. And they have two touchdowns of 40 yards or more in the last game against the Bears, I think. Yeah, they just gotta stop that. Don't let them get the big plays.
Yeah. My thing is Jordan Love will throw you the ball once or twice. Catch the ball. Like Fitz said, the big plays is something that scares me a little bit with Green Bay from time to time. Either Christian Watson catching something downfield or what's his name, Jaden Reed or whatever. That guy gets on my nerves, man. I can't stand him. It just seems like he's, somehow, some way he makes a play, and I don't know why. It just seems like that to me. But if you stop those two guys, if you stop the big plays, let them have to work the ball down the field, they'll make a mistake. Jordan Love, I don't trust his ability to stay consistent throughout the whole course of the game. So I think the Bears can do that. But yeah, screw Green Bay, till the cows come on, whatever you want to say,
Get out, get the lead, get out and get the lead on them.
I want to dog them. I want to dog walk them. That's
Yeah.
what I want. That's what I want to happen. I don't want it to be a close game. I want them to beat Green Bay down. It's a new
Statement
day.
game, Danikin. Statement game.
That's it, man. It's a new day. Let's get it.
Yeah.
The Packers are great front runners. They get a lead. They're Jordan Love gets a lead. He's comfortable. But you get them down, they don't come back. It's hard for them to get it down a couple touchdowns, get the lead in the fourth quarter. They're not going to – they don't scare me trying to build a comeback.
No.
We should talk a little bit about Bears, the injuries that we have. And Rome Odunze has a stress fracture in his foot. Might miss the game. Might miss the rest of the season. And then, Luther Burden had an ankle. Man, after this game, Danikin, I was like – right? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Man, he had a couple moves, man. Oh, you just see the potential, man. I can't wait for this kid to just, become one of the top 10, 15 wide receivers in the league, man.
You look at him and every time like those clips you have of him, it's so many catches that he has where he's making a guy miss and he takes off. I mean,
love it.
I looked at it and there was a video clip of, I don't know, maybe 8 or 9 of his passing plays that he caught the ball. And it's situations where he should be tackled and he should be down right away. And he gets another 15, 20 yards every time. And it's like that when you have that type of guy, I mean, that just adds another dimension to the game because your quarterback doesn't have to do it all on his own. He can throw the ball and let him go get work. You know what I mean? And that's what, I mean, that's a dynamic player that you have. And you have DJ Moore who's capable of the same type of stuff on the other side too. So, we are down Rome, but I think we're more than prepared with guys that can come in and Luther Burden, this is his opportunity, man. I think he'll make the best of it.
I think after the Browns game, we came to understand DJ Moore a little bit more, didn't we? Aldo?
Oh, yes. Yes.
This poor guy, man. I was kind of like, what? People are talking about trading him.
Yeah.
What can we get for DJ Moore? Nobody understood what he was going through, man. This is his first time he's ever been on a winning team.
That's crazy.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's like we really came to understand him a lot better. Can he take up the slack with Rome Odunze out, man? He has to. He has to. He has to. And Luther Burden, let's hope he doesn't miss the game. Because, I mean, after those top 3 receivers, it drops off a little bit. I'd like to see Johnny Walker get some playing time if Rome is out. That kid had some good body control, good hands, seemed to be a pretty good route runner, had decent size and speed.
You guys ever take a look at
he's
his?
Been active at all. Has he been active at all this season?
He's been active.
Yeah, he's been active. He plays special teams.
Okay.
Special teams, yeah.
Have you guys seen any of his film from Texas A&M?
He's good. He's a good player.
Good player.
He can play. He can play. He is not just a 5th wide receiver on the team. He is
we saw it
a valuable piece. Yeah. I like, as much as I want the starters out there in Burden and Odunze, at the same time, if the Bears are truly mindset, eyes focused on the playoffs, I'm not mad if Jahdae Walker has to take the snaps.
Yeah.
Obviously there's a reason, he's lower than these guys on the depth chart. But they still have Devin Duvernay, who stepped up in a couple situations this year and seems to be hitting his stride all of a sudden the last few weeks. Little confidence goes a long way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jahdae Walker, man, he's just champing at the bit for an opportunity to prove himself there, and Colson Loveland, we talked about it already, but Colson Loveland, he can be your wide receiver. He doesn't have to just be a tight end. He's got that ability. The man has 0 drops on the season. 0. He catches everything that's catchable.
He sucks it in. You see that he just grabs it and just it's like he's not going to drop it.
Yeah, you have to give Ryan Poles a lot of credit, man. I mean, in the past, I've bashed him because I didn't. Everything he touched has been golden this year, man.
Yeah. As recently as the
almost
Ravens
all of his
game.
moves. Yeah, I mean the Odengbo's unfortunate. Grady Jarrett is kind of maybe a miss. That's unfortunate, but everything else he's touched.
But you know what? It was something about Grady that Dennis Allen said that he's so valuable in that locker room.
Yeah.
As far as being a leader in the locker room with that defense, I'm okay with Grady not being a standout on the field, if he's got that type of impact because the Bears are young. The Bears are a young team, right?
Mhm.
So if he's got that type of impact in the locker room, then I'm all for it. I think that signing was good if what Dennis Allen is saying is true, and I don't think he would lie about it. So
it kind of begs the question. Today, the Dolphins released Matt Judon, who Poles was trying to trade for a year or two back. And well, on the surface, it would seem like the kind of move. Playoff depth, veteran and locker room presence, pass rush. But maybe there's a reason they let him go. Does he have any juice left, or is he? I haven't really studied up on the player. I don't follow the Dolphins that closely.
Do you need him? Do you need him with the emergence of Austin Booker?
Yeah,
I mean, Austin Booker is legitimately playing well.
2 sacks.
And those 2 sacks both came in key moments. One of them was a momentum shifter when it seemed like the Browns might be finally starting to put something together. Why this wasn't a fumble, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Speaking of, it should have. I mean, and that's the other thing. The guy he knocks the ball out when he hits the quarterback, and the second one of those those sacks ended the game. It quashed any chance that the Browns had of like, we can get one for pride here. The fuck you can, Austin Booker said.
I agree. I agree with J2K when he says no to Judon. I think no to. Judon has 10 tackles and 0 sacks on the year. What would you bring him in there for?
Yeah.
So
he hasn't played a lot.
Yeah, he hadn't played a lot. I get it, but I mean, we're just thinking about the name at this point. That's what a lot of people, once you really take a look at some tape and you look at it, it's like, yeah, that guy is. I'm not, I don't want to bash him in because he is, he's had a good career.
He's playing on the Dolphins, so I
Yeah.
mean, would coming to a contender revive him? I don't know. He has the size that Dennis Allen likes. It's a veteran presence, but I mean, the guy that Poles picked up for was a 7th round pick from the Browns. That dude hasn't played bad.
Tyrion Trianka.
Yeah, Joe Tryon. Yep.
Yeah.
He was your second leading tackler in last week's game against his former team.
Yep.
Nearly came away with a sack in that game as well.
Perhaps
He had himself a little revenge game.
If Deo didn't get injured, I wouldn't have asked the question at all. But
yeah. Well, and I mean, I don't think it's a question worth asking if that doesn't get injured.
Yeah, exactly. And the Poles had the history with the player, wanting
that's
to
true.
trade for him best.
As far as your comments about Ryan Poles, I mean, as recently as this Ravens game, that was what, week 6, something like that. But somewhere around there, that Ravens game, I think it was week 8 now that I think about it. But regardless, we were all criticizing him. I was just listening through my songs for the season. See, week 8. I know my stuff.
Except me. I don't think I did. I was like, no,
you did not.
I've been
You're absolutely
defending
right.
him a little bit too. Maybe I don't know if I think people were in the chat were a little bit upset with me defending him at one point.
And that's just to show the point. Like we've all been a little fed up. Like it's been a little slow to develop, and after watching some guys be slow to develop for the last few years, we're kind of over it. We want to see this thing start to roll, start to hit, start to, put something together. When you're playing darts, you want to hit those triple 20s. You don't want to just kind of throw it around the board and hope for the best. So, it's starting to look like what we thought was just throwing it around the board. All of a sudden we're getting closer to that final 300 score. And turns out those were very strategic points hit on that board at very specific moments, and it's fun to watch it play out because all of a sudden things are clicking. This coaching staff that he's assembled is really starting to come together.
Yeah.
And things that we were, at first we were kind of chalking up to luck. I think
he
Poles.
really wanted Matt Eberflus. I'm not so sure.
I think
I
don't.
The point when we had consultants, the McCaskey's hiring consultants.
Yeah, it feels very much
make hiring decisions.
It felt very much like when John Fox got foisted upon Ryan Pace.
Exactly.
And the second hire was the one that he was truly attached to. It feels the same way with Ryan Poles. That Eberflus is the guy that ownership said, this is the safe option. This is what we're going to go with. Yeah. And the second guy now in Ben Johnson is the guy he's going to be attached to.
Yeah.
You guys were talking about, just before I came on, about complimentary football. remember a year ago when Eberflus was always bringing up complimentary football, and we were laughing at
They
it.
never had it.
No, and
I don't think
we're
you knew what it
seeing
was.
it work this year, and it's like the best, 2 words you can hear complimentary football, because they are. I mean, the defense takes the ball away, gets the offense in a good position. Yeah, it is. But I just remember last year it was like you would hear Eberflus say something about complimentary football, you just like hit mute or just go no. I'm like,
turn it off.
Just what a difference a year makes. What a difference coaching makes.
Yeah, coaching matters, man. Like I think that's a major thing. You look at Ben Johnson and he's putting the way he goes about coaching, you can see it, right? He has a plan for all of his players. So it's not just a smorgasbord of players where it's just, a bunch of talented guys and, we can make things work. He's got plans for all of his players. I think he specifically works on situations and puts them in the best positions. And I think Dennis Allen's doing a good job of it on the defensive side too, where these guys are really, I mean, they coach well. Antoine Randall, we talked about him. We talked about what's my man? Al Harris and the defensive backs. I mean, this is a well-coached football team, and you can see
interviews.
Yep.
Yeah.
Al Harris be one of the first guys talked about in defensive coordinators.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that. No, you know what? No. You know what Al Harris has? That means that he can refuse any defensive coordinator position, and the Bears can refuse him for assistant coach. He has that assistant coach title, which means that the Bears can refuse him interviews.
No, it's Antoine Randall that has the assistant.
Is it? I mixed them up. I'm so sorry.
I thought it was Randall too.
That's totally my mistake. Sorry. I mixed them up. Former players, coaching their own position group. It's just it all blurs together at a certain point. But that is another option that they have. They can make him an assistant coach in order to refuse that opportunity. At the same time, people might look at his history and say, I don't know about this. Look at his history with some of these guys. This is the third DB that he's coached to leading the league in interceptions. That seems like a flash in the pan. The previous two being Trevon Diggs, who has been absolute hot garbage since he signed a massive contract, and Deron Bland, who maybe not quite hot garbage, but definitely underwhelming since he's gotten that. I think he's still a season or two away. I think they want to see how he continues to develop these guys, not just how he makes a flash in the pan season, because they know he can be a flash in the pan position coach. Can he sustain it?
Just gossip around the league, David.
Yeah. I
talk around the league.
Hot talk though tends to be real, So, and I think somebody would be out there willing to give him the chance to bring him in to do it. Because, look what it's when you have success, people take from it. It's that simple. And that's a good thing. I'm glad they're not taking our head coach.
That's what we did. That's what we did, right? We took from Detroit. We took him, and we took Randall L from them. And
well, isn't it great to have Dennis Allen? You're not worried about him getting poached anywhere. Everybody's already seen him fizzle out as a head coach twice now.
Yeah,
he's there.
Let him get a head coaching job and then promote Al Harris, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Right. No,
here's the thing, because I posted on X today that there was speculation. Al Harris was a topic of discussion at the press conferences today, and I posted a clip.
Did we do the media mashup?
No, we didn't. I still have it here, so if we have time,
I forgot too.
But real quickly, a lot of people started saying, "Well, Al Harris is not going to get offered a defensive coordinator job. He's never called plays and so forth." Guess what? Every defensive coordinator who had his first job comes from being a position coach. It happens all the time. You're not born out of the womb calling defensive plays or offensive plays. It's a development process. And so the key thing for Al, if he wants to be a defensive coordinator, is he's got to interview well. He's got to go in there and in that interview prove that he can make the calls by what he's going to share in that interview. It happens all the time. I actually did a search. I don't have it in front of me, but there was a long list of position coaches who have become either offensive coordinators or defensive coordinators. Happens all the time.
Yeah.
You guys want to hear the media mashup?
Ben Johnson started as a tight ends coach, just speaking of which.
Yeah. Thank you. And what about a guy named Mike Ditka? He was a special teams
coach.
Like you said, it's every coach like that, man. It's every single coach.
Yeah.
There's
You gotta earn your
there's a
stripes
pecking
somewhere.
order. Yeah, you go up the ladder. You know what I mean?
You guys want to hear this media mashup, or should I?
If you're gonna make us, yeah.
I said it to Jason Garrett as soon as we saw that play live on Sunday.
Right.
The throw from Caleb Williams to DJ Moore. I said to Jason Garrett, that's Montana to Clark. And there's an angle that's out there, side by side, the end zone angle. It is like scary. It looks like the exact same play. Here it comes. Rolling right, the throw back.
Yeah,
and
the wobble of the ball.
It was a better throw and a tougher catch in the Bears game.
Well, definitely. See, that I'm glad you went there, right? Because there are a lot of similarities. It's amazing. But this is where I think we all got to take a little appreciation for Caleb Williams and his talent. And let this keep playing, guys. Caleb Williams throws this ball 20 yards farther than Joe Montana. And I want to tell you that the ball gets into the back of the end zone, DJ Moore's hands, before it gets into Dwight Clark's hand, and they release it at the same time, and he's 20 yards farther away. I'm just telling you, that's how strong Caleb Williams' arm is. Here it is in the wind from the 29 to the back of the end zone. Basically, Montana threw it from the 11 or 12 into the back of the end zone, and Caleb Williams' ball gets there quicker than Montana's at real time, which is incredible. And this is where he's incredible, and this is where I continue to still believe in him. I don't know if this is lucky or good, right? But either way, we see a few throws every week that make our whole viewing room go, oh my gosh, holy crap. And that's why you got to hang in there with this guy and continue to work with him, because he's got some special talent.
Anyways, which quarterback do you think needs this more, Jeff?
100% Jordan Love. Listen, they are, after the Micah Parsons injury in Denver and then losing the way they did in Denver, when you're talking about arguably two of the best teams in the NFL, Jordan Love needs to have a performance that sets him apart, right? And shows, irrespective of what's going on with our defense, I'm gonna shoulder the burden of lifting this team, and I'm gonna be the force multiplier that honestly Micah Parsons has been for that team on the defensive side.
But I think it's Caleb Williams myself. Love has already won a playoff game. They have the excuse now with the injury. They're on the road. I think Ben Johnson sometimes game plans and calls plays at the end of games to protect Williams, which sometimes cannot be that accurate. Horrific pass to end the game there, of course, 2 weeks ago in Green Bay when he had a first down by running and he threw the ball in the end zone that was picked off, a terrible play. I think Caleb Williams has to win this game. A's at home. They just lost to him. They lead the division. No Micah Parsons.
I think it's Caleb Williams. Do you know that Caleb Williams has 8 wins this year with his completion percentage being below 60? 8 wins where he's completing less than 60% of his passes. Nobody else in the league has more than 3, but he's got 8 wins under those conditions. And so that just tells you that, yeah, he has something to do with it, but Chicago's opportunistic defense in terms of creating turnovers and what have you, that has a lot to do with it. Their rushing attack has a lot to do with it. So we got to keep our eyes on that. You're the Chicago Bears. You know, you look at the Green Bay Packers. Kraft is out. Now you've lost to Micah Parsons. You've had some issues in terms of health. And so because of that, Jordan Love's got to find a way to overcome that. We understand that. But if you're the Chicago Bears, what excuse do you have?
Looking forward to seeing a complete game if you're a Bears fan from this offense. I feel like, against that Cleveland defense this past weekend, Caleb and company really put forth a well-rounded affair, if you will. And so, if you go back to that Packers game, Josh, I think it was something like 32 total yards of offense for Caleb Williams in the first half against them, and then a really explosive second half. Put together 4 quarters, it's a different thing, and Micah Parsons is no longer sadly out there for the Packers, and that changes everything if you're the Bears.
Again, let's go big picture. Yep. What's the first thing you said to me, Lewis, when I asked you about this game this morning?
Oh, look, the Packers. I mean, the Bears have to pounce. This is their opportunity now to go up a game and a half in the division.
Yeah. Yes.
And to really kind of send Green Bay a message to say, hey, look, we understand that right now you're experiencing a lot of adversity. We don't feel bad for you. It's our time now. And I'm telling you, Chicago will be experiencing some joy they haven't experienced in a long time. A game and a half up in their division, I think they'd take it.
Boy, I look at this like Buffalo and New England last week.
Yeah.
Now, this is the same game, right? It's the young, upcoming football team against the perennial power, right? And it's you think about what Ben Johnson has done. He has basically built a Detroit offense in Chicago in less than a year. It's insane. Two-headed monster at running back, two really good tight ends making plays. DJ Moore, I know Adunze's been injured, but when he gets back, this is a scary offense when it gets going. And it all starts with physicality. And you think about the way they run it and the way their interior offensive line has been fantastic, but their left tackles played really well. Their right. You're watching them mature before your eyes.
How many times have we seen teams that we said, oh my goodness, they're so far ahead of schedule.
Yeah.
They're going to be like Detroit 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, they'll be back a million times. You've got to take this opportunity when it's there.
A Super Bowl bubble as of this morning, and I usually have about 7 teams in it. My Super Bowl bubble has the Rams, Seattle, and Denver as the teams that should be favored in my Super Bowl bubble. And then the Bears, Patriots, Texans, and the Bills may have a flaw that I don't love. I have the Chargers, Niners, and Eagles out of the bubble but close based on what I view as an issue that's not correctable. J-Mac, thoughts on that Super Bowl bubble that has both Caleb and Bo Nix?
And no defending Super Bowl champion Eagles. I think this is the most wide open I think it's been in probably a decade, right? Maybe longer?
The key to winning Super Bowls, you know this, is either having a superstar quarterback who takes a bit of a team-friendly deal, this year's Matt Stafford and the Rams.
Yeah.
Right. Or having a really gifted rookie quarterback, a Mahomes, for years, on a rookie deal, and you can supplant the roster and load it up. So Chicago's roster, you and I have been on this all year, Chicago's roster is excellent. I mean, receivers, their O-line's one of the best O-lines in football. Safety, corner. So if you start looking at this, it's Matt Stafford taking a team-friendly deal, Sam Darnold taking a team-friendly deal, and then you have Drake May, Caleb Williams, Bo Nix on rookie deals.
CJ Stroud as well.
CJ Stroud as well. The only exception I have in there is Josh Allen, and I've got them closer to being out.
All right, fellas. Anything stand out there? A lot of compliments, I'll tell you that.
Great point by Coward at the end. Something I've been harping on for weeks, that you cannot win a Super Bowl if your quarterback's the highest paid player in the league. Second thing, Jeff Saturday said something that stood out to me. When he said that Jordan Love has more to prove than Caleb Williams in this upcoming game. I wrote this down because I thought it was worth talking about. This is 2 guys going head to head, each proving that they're worth $50 million a year. One of them has already been paid $50 million a year. The other one wants to be paid $50 million a year. Who has more to lose and who has more to gain when you look at it from that perspective? Jordan Love seems like he's got a lot more to lose if he doesn't pull this game together, and a lot less to win. You know what I mean? Like Caleb Williams, man, he has so much to gain by winning this game. I mean, for his legacy, for his team, for his near future, and potentially for his long-term future, depending on how that short-term future works out for him. Like, Caleb has so much to gain, but so much less to prove, if that makes sense. Like, I just think Jordan Love needs to prove that he's worth all that money.
Well, I mean, Love has been in the league for so long. You know what I mean?
They paid you $50 million a year, and you can't win without a $100 million pass rusher? Like, what the fuck did they just pay you for?
But who see, that's the thing. Who's able to do that? And that's the going rate for quarterbacks. So the $50 million is just the going rate. That's what everybody's going to get paid going on from now on, right? If Caleb gets to his second contract with the Bears, which I assume he will get $50 million.
Get more than that.
What happens, yeah. But what I will say is I think Caleb has more. It's more of a must-win for Caleb because the Bears are. Let's not forget they're 1-3 in the division right now.
Yep.
Right? You cannot keep
Packers
losing
are
division
4-0.
games, and then you got one game against Detroit. Right? So when you want to establish yourself as a dominant team or maybe an up-and-coming team or whatever you want to establish yourself as, you got to go out there and you got to beat your division opponents. And the Bears are not doing that currently. They need to start doing it.
I think
1-5 last year, 1-3 so far this year. Like, yeah, absolutely right. It's not good enough.
in the moment, I think Caleb has more to prove. In the bigger picture, I still think the Bears are playing with house money. I mean, he could still. There's still development with Caleb going on right now. I mean, there's a lot more that he can improve on, and it's not going to get fixed Sunday. They're going to go into the offseason. He's got to look better next year. Whereas Love, I don't want to say finished product, but it's like
Probably,
he's got more to
honestly,
prove.
Unfortunately,
Yeah, well, it's like he's got more to prove as far as winning in the moment, like that one drive, the signature drive. Because all we think of right now is him, throwing an interception in Cleveland, the horrible last drive. Just this past week, those 4 consecutive passes in Denver on that last series were horrible. Or the Eagles game. He's got more to prove in just like trying to win a big game in a big moment like this. But as far they both have a lot to prove. But I think, momentary, I think Caleb does. But a grand picture, Caleb doesn't have as much to lose in this game because it's still, you're saying, he's still developing. He's in his, he hasn't played 2 full years yet. He's in the first year of this new system too. I'd be horribly disappointed if they lost this game. I would be crushed. But if we could just get through the cloud of this emotion that it's the Packers, I mean, there's still a lot that Caleb has to learn in the league. So
there's a lot, and I think like we said, the Bears are ahead of schedule, right? But when you are ahead of schedule, you wonder how long that window is open, right? Like your White Sox, for example. They were ahead of schedule at one point, right? When they had, Moncada and all those guys, they were hitting bombs like crazy that one year, right? And then that window,
I don't know about that.
They were hitting.
All
those guys.
You're talking like that 2019.
They were
right?
good. Yeah, they were good that year.
And they all of a sudden made the playoffs the following year.
Very quickly, right?
Yeah.
So that's the way you look at this. These teams. And the guys that are on this roster, it's going to change. There are going to be 20 or 30 different guys on this roster. Some will be kept, some will be let go. It's just that's the way football is. That's the way any sport is right now. Yeah. So when those windows open, you got to try to jump through that window. You know what I mean? You got to dive through that window right away. You can't waste time. You can't say, okay, we can work this out. No, man. If you have any opportunity at it, you go in and try to seize that moment right away.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's a fun stat that I found.
Oh, shit.
That I'm curious if this is relevant or not relevant, and it can be as simple as a yes or no. Teams have not fared. This is from Greg Braggs Jr. Teams have not fared well this season after facing the Bears or the Broncos. Team record after playing the Bears is 2-10-1. Team record after playing the Broncos, 3-10. Green Bay has played both in back-to-back weeks.
Be a shutout.
Adding to the loss.
2 physical teams.
Is this a real stat that actually matters this week, or is this just coincidence? Look at the schedule. Because you can read it 2 different ways. You can read it as, man, they got to play tough games after playing these teams, or you can read it as, Denver and Chicago are writing game plans on how to beat teams and showing the rest of the league how to do it.
I think as far as the Bears concerned, it's somewhat situational. You look at like the Giants, for instance. Well, they fired their coach. I mean, they completely
Right.
blew up the team after they won. You had the Washington sort of the injuries sort of caught up to them after that game. So I don't
we
don't
played
know
a lot
about
of shitty teams that lost after we played them.
Yeah, we played a lot of
Right.
bad teams too.
I'm gonna throw this out there. When it comes to that, right? A couple years back, San Francisco, I think they had went through the whole season where everybody that played them the week before, and then they turned around and played the next team, they lost that next week, and it was because they physically beat up the team so badly.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Denver and Chicago,
Excuse me.
two very physical teams. You
Yeah,
know, both
and
on
that's
the
the reason-
offensive line and on the defense.
That's the reason I say that. I mean, look at what happened to my man. You know, you got a guy that has shoulder surgery on both shoulders after he faced Darnell Wright for a game. You know what I mean? So you got the Bears. They're a physical team. They beat you up in the trenches. You know what I mean? Especially on the offensive side. They're not as good in the trenches on the defense, but they are very, very good in the offensive side. So, you know, when you have a physical team, yeah, there is some hangover or some physical limitations that you may be limited by, because it's a week-to-week thing, right? Every single week you're trying to get better and you're trying to rehab during the course of the season. And the Bears, they will beat you up physically. That's what they want to do.
Yep. Yeah, two clues in the preseason told us that Kevin Byron said it was the most physical training camp he'd ever been in all of his years in the NFL. And the Dolphins complaining about how physical the joint practices
Yeah.
were.
That's why I don't want Matt Judon. He's not in game shape right now.
Right.
Not in Bears game shape, that is.
Yeah, Aldo, I've talked about this for quite a long time. Is the ChatGPT prediction that Caleb Williams would be the first NFL's first $1 billion player?
Yeah,
so
I don't see that. I don't see that happening, but it could. You know,
10 years, $1.1 billion. That just seems so far away from where we're at right now.
Speaking of, did anybody win the lotto tonight?
Oh shit, let me check. Oh wait, I forgot to buy a ticket.
In that media mashup, someone was talking about the playoff windows, the amount of time that the windows open, and I instantly thought of the Lions, you know, because I'm not sure whether or not they're. I tend to think it probably has, but I'm not sure whether or not their playoff windows closing or closed.
They could miss the playoffs as early as this week.
Yeah, they lose and the Bears win. Yeah.
Yep.
They
That's why you got to take advantage, man. You got to take advantage of those moments that you have. You know, when that window is open, you got to jump through it if you can.
Yeah.
Yep.
That Dan Campbell clip of him choking up and saying, you know, I told him, guys, this could have been it. Man, if they miss the playoffs and if the Bears are who we think they are, and if, you know, it's a whole lot of what ifs, there's a real chance that like 5 years from now, he's out of a job and we're looking at that going, holy shit, he called it.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Another thing about that meeting, I think Stephen A. Smith jacked me for my terminology on the Bears and description of the Bears defense. He tried to use my same words. I'm just gonna say that, you know what I mean? Even if that wasn't the case, I'm just gonna.
We know that Stephen A. is terminally online, so there's a real possibility he's seen what we have to say.
Playing solitaire.
There's a lot of people watching the show online, over 700.
All right.
Yeah, 774. I see the number rising even as it gets later.
Joining us.
We appreciate you all.
Yep.
Hey, you guys want to do a little pop culture before we get out of here?
Sure.
Do it.
Let me start things off. I saw a show. Now I want to say it's on Netflix. It's called, you guys have probably heard of it, The Beast in Me, starring Claire Danes and Matthew Rhys. You guys know about it?
Yeah, I know about it. Mhm.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Claire Danes plays a writer who unfortunately lost her son in an auto accident. The accident was because of a teenager who was drunk driving. And so after that accident, she can't write well anymore. She's become depressed. She's having all sorts of problems. across the street, the Matthew Reese character moves in, and he is a high-powered real estate person, and it's rumored that he may have murdered his wife. And so he and Clara Danes established a relationship, and she kind of talks him into, let me write your story. And he wants to change his image, and so he thinks that she will help him do that. Well, now starts this kind of mystery as, did he really kill his wife? Is she starting to believe that he's innocent? And it's just brilliantly done over 8 episodes. It goes by fast. My wife and I did a one-day binge on it, and she usually doesn't stay up past 9 p.m., but here we are at 11 p.m. at night checking out the last 2 episodes. I highly recommend it. If you
What's
like,
the name of it again?
It's called The Beast in Me.
Oh, The Beast in Me. Is that the guy from Perry Mason? Matthew?
Yes, the guy from Perry Mason, also The Americans. He was also a Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, the Tom Hanks Mr. Rogers movie. And he's an excellent, excellent actor, and so is Clara Danes, of course. You may remember her from the Showtime series where she played a CIA agent who had a borderline personality disorder. I forgot the name of the show, but it was pretty good for the first couple of seasons. Anyways, check it out if you like that type of film. Anything you guys want to push?
I've been watching all the Christmas movies and stuff.
Nice.
I've watched a few as well.
Yeah.
Do you
I
guys
love,
believe in the myth that It's a Wonderful Life is a Christmas classic?
Yes. 100%.
I do now. Yeah.
I do feel that that's a generational gap. I
Wow.
really do.
Really?
Yeah.
I avoided it for so long. I don't think I really got into it until my 40s, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
It's fantastic.
I watched it as a kid. My Channel 11 used to run it Christmas Eve at 10 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the only place you saw it. It's like I only watched it because my parents were my mom's always loved it, and that was like I would get sent to bed about Christmas Eve 10 o'clock. You got to go to bed, so they would watch. I could hear them wrapping the presents while they were watching the movie. So and so I knew it that way. And then about 89, 90, it sort of became more mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
And then somewhere in the 90s, Ted Turner bought it because it was like all over the place, and he got sick and tired of seeing it every time. So he did that. But yeah, I do. I guess it's because of just my parents watching it when I was younger, and I like it. I still watch it at least once or twice a year. I'm big into the Christmas Carol movies and different versions of that as well.
Yes.
My favorite one is Albert Finney in 1972.
Oh, not the Donald Duck one.
Not the Albert Finney. He's 33 when he films this, and he plays Scrooge in it. So it's like it's really fascinating. There's a lot of music in it. It's a little slow at points. It's kind of weird with him actually going to hell at the end, but it's one of the first ones I remember seeing, and it's always one I enjoy watching. It's on YouTube. You can get it on without any commercials by going on YouTube and getting it. So
cool.
Nice.
Just as a quick aside, what is everybody's favorite Christmas film?
Mine's Christmas Story.
Yeah, probably Christmas Story for me. Then It's a Wonderful Life.
In the theater, yeah.
It's a Wonderful Life was the box office flop when it came out.
It was,
yeah. Years later that it became popular, and it really is a good story.
1 year too.
Yeah, they colorized some of it. It really is a good story. And watching it on Christmas just adds a little extra to watching it with your family and stuff. But yeah, definitely Christmas Story.
Yeah, I saw Christmas Story in the theater with my great grandmother, and she was about 80 when she saw it, and I didn't think she was going to stop laughing because it was just one of those movies that was right in her wheelhouse, like the late 40s, so it was like when she was she helped raise my father, and so it was just she just sat there and just cried through it. She was laughing so hard. I remember that more than I actually remember watching the movie itself.
Yeah, I usually watch Christmas Story, It's a Wonderful Life, Elf.
That's a great one.
Yeah, love it.
Fantastic story for kids too, you know. And I love without the kids. I like Love Actually. The
that's good.
Bunch of short stories that are all kind of together, come together, and it's got some great lines and it's funny and heartwarming. It's got a few tender moments as well. Other than that, it's probably about all I mean, I watch the cartoons and Rudolph and stuff like that with the girls. But
Vacation,
another great one. Yep,
Christmas Vacation. Probably my favorite, honestly.
Yep, that's up there for sure. Yep.
I like Die Hard.
Die Hard. Yeah.
Die Hard. Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
That's
not a Christmas.
It takes place at Christmas.
That's the debate, but
it is a movie that takes place at Christmas, not a Christmas movie. There's a big difference.
I agree.
It's like saying that Independence Day is a day that celebrates the 4th of July. Like,
It's Tuesday, man. What are you talking about?
Danikin, what happened to your screen? You're black. Where did it go?
Yeah, we lost your picture for some reason, Danikin.
Oh,
I don't know if you noticed that.
He's changing into his PJs, right?
Die Hard is a movie about terrorists taking a bunch of hostages in a crime, in a theft. It is not, and it just happens to happen.
They're at their Christmas party.
Yeah.
It takes place at the employees are having their Christmas party.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I don't, Christmas movies to me have the spirit of Christmas, which is giving, and that's why It's a Wonderful Life to me is that the best Christmas movie, because those last 20 minutes when the spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't seen it, when the town shows up to save this guy.
Hold up. Guys, 70 years later, spoiler alert. All right.
Exactly. When the town shows up to save James Stewart from going to jail and they give money to help him out, that to me is a Christmas movie, the spirit of Christmas.
Yep.
Die Hard when you're
learning
fucking killing terrorists and stuff. No, that's not. But I'll tell you this: what about horror movies like Silent Night, Bloody Night?
Was that one? No, that was the Halloween one you showed us, right?
Yeah, that was a
Thanksgiving
Halloween
one. Was a Halloween one.
The
Christmas,
turkey movie.
Christmas.
Thanksgiving turkey, the killer turkey.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. We've got. Hey, what are we gonna do next week? We don't have a show next week. It's Christmas Eve, right?
It's Christmas Eve. I was gonna ask.
Yeah. Do you guys want to do a show on Monday or Tuesday night?
Could do
that.
Yeah, we can
do a Buffon 55 mashup crossover.
Yeah. Actually,
He's not doing a show, right?
He's not doing a show, so the time slot on Tuesday
is open. Yeah.
All right. So why don't we continue? Why don't we continue Christmas movies and more football talk after the Bears beat the Packers and close this episode out?
Yeah.
I got a couple things I saw. Aldo, I saw Caught Stealing, which is the Darren Aronofsky film, which I think you'll like.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Yeah, it's like a crime caper, and you love those ones. I saw the Running Man remake with Glenn Powell.
Yeah.
And there's a
lot
of like cameos. They're so made up that you don't recognize. Like, who is that? Like, there's one part I'm like watching with like a conspiracy theorist that helps him out. It's Michael Cera. Like, he looks old. He's got to get up and stuff. I was like, holy shit! I was like, I recognize this guy. I couldn't figure who it is.
Oh,
I had to look it up.
That's
there's
funny.
some great cameos and stuff. It's not the best movie. I mean, it's like, it's fast. It's a fast food movie, a B movie, but it was entertaining and stuff. I mean, what's his name? Josh Brolin's in it. Glenn Powell plays the lead. There's a few other people cameos and stuff that you'll enjoy and stuff. And the story's okay. I mean, you know the story.
Yeah.
And then I finished the first 4 episodes of Stranger Things. Thought was pretty good. Waiting for the other 4 to drop. I guess is it 4 more, Zim?
I believe
December 25th. Yeah.
Yes, on Christmas
Day, they're giving us a little present there, but my wife and I both enjoyed it. That's about it. I watched the Super Bowl Shuffle movie.
Very
that was
good.
great. Yeah, it was fun. I didn't realize all the stuff they went through to make that song and stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't really know the story behind it, so it's interesting for Bears fans who want to watch it. It's
I gotta
perfect for
check
you.
that
Yeah.
out too.
My wife actually mentioned that documentary to me as something that
Yeah.
she thought would be interesting to watch, and I'm like, she sent that to me, and I was like, yes, conversion complete.
Yep.
But yeah, no, just real quick, as long as we're talking pop culture, I wanted to mention, an interesting conversation I had with some of my employees, because a lot of them are Gen Z, they're 25 and younger, and I had to explain to them that at a point in the recent past, Hollywood just handed James Franco and Seth Rogen like a blank check and said, have at it. And they're like, what are you talking about? And like, I can't understand. I can't tell you guys like how proud I am of Gen Z for just like forgetting that era of comedy movies. Like it was, we really just like as a society was like, Seth Rogen, do whatever you want, go for it. And we were cool with it. And boy, he pumped out some terrible movies.
Yeah.
So
name one that you didn't like.
Name one that I didn't like. See, I'm a trash human, so I love trash movies. So I liked all of them, actually.
Oh, okay.
But we were talking, like Knocked Up, Zach and Miri Make a Porno, This Is 40, This Is the End.
Love This Is the End.
A lot of the, who is the director of those? God, it's on the tip of my tongue and I can't think of it. He did a Judd Apatow. Judd Apatow just went crazy and he put Zac Efron. Oh my God.
Seth Rogen.
But Seth Rogen, thank you. Oh my God. I don't even know where I'm going. I got hung up on Neighbors in my head for a second, where Seth Rogen and Zac Efron were co-stars in that movie and that series of movies. Cause oh my God, we let them make more than one of those. But yeah, I thought that was really funny because again, we didn't know what to do with comedy for like a 10-year stretch. And we were like, these guys seem to get it. We'll let them do it. And all it was just them getting really high and be like, this is funny.
I had young kids then. I missed that whole genre of
comedy.
Good for you, Fitz. Good for you.
So I shouldn't go back and watch it? No?
Look.
This is the end is hilarious, man. That's one of the nonstop.
Oh gosh, yeah.
This is the end
so
might be like the hidden
Really
gem
funny
in all of it. Yeah. It's one that's really good, and they
Crazy.
intentionally made it way worse than they ever thought they could get away with, which is kind of, I think, what makes it so funny is that they went way over the top expecting things to get cut out for the theatrical release, and then the censors were like, nah, just go for it. And it made it way better. But yeah, anyway, as far as things I've actually watched recently that I actually give a shit about, there's a new Knives Out film for anybody familiar with that series. Wake Up Dead Man, it's called. This mystery thriller. I'm about halfway through it.
Okay.
I would have loved to sit there and watch the whole thing.
It's like 2 hours long, 2.5 hours.
It's longer than that. It's 2.5. Yeah. And so there's a time commitment involved, and that's why I'm only about halfway through it. But Knives Out, there's 3 of them now, and they're all great. And it is a character, Benoit Blanc, played by Daniel Craig. Thank you.
Yep.
I was going to say, I know he was James Bond, and it's the last role you would ever expect a James Bond actor to take. And yet he pulls it off genuinely, I think, better than he did James Bond. We started the movie and I looked at my wife and I said, would you have ever thought that a guy who played James Bond would ever play a more iconic role than James freaking Bond? And I think Daniel Craig may have done it with Benoit Blanc.
Yeah.
That's
a great character.
Time will tell as it goes on, because the first one, you have to watch it more than once to really appreciate his character. Because the first time you hear him talk, you get so thrown off by the accent that you're like, hold up. I need to stop laughing before I can listen to this.
Pretty cool.
But it's great.
Although
movies.
you haven't seen any of those?
No.
Oh, man.
Is it called Knives Out? It's called
Knives Out.
Out.
There's 3 movies now. The first one was called Knives Out, and then the second one had Edward Norton. I don't remember the name of this. Glass Onion.
Glass Onion. Glass Onion.
And this one's called what? Dead Man? Something?
Wake Up Dead Man.
Wake Up Dead Man.
Yeah, great actors in all of them. Really good cast, really good writing. Again, so far through this third one, but really enjoy it. They really build a scene, they really build an environment, and it's a murder mystery. Think like Clue, but
he's like a Southern gentleman, like the Foghorn Leghorn accent.
Yes,
Aldo.
exactly.
It's great. Benoit Blanc is a great character.
I have to check that out too.
It's wonderful. I bonded with my wife's grandmother. One of the few times I was fortunate enough to meet her before she passed away over those films. So it's always going to hold a special place for me because of just, the memories associated with it. But again, I think they're great. They are true murder mysteries in the sense that you watch them once and you get really wrapped up in it. And if you watch it again, it's going to immediately click and you're gonna be like, oh yeah, I remember what happens. But all right, well, it's good enough for me to keep watching, so.
Yeah. Good stuff. Danikin, you got anything for us?
Man, I got nothing this week, man. I need to. I've been listening to y'all.
Got all the Christmas shopping done?
Yeah, I'm like, man, what's going on?
Everyone get their Christmas shopping done?
Yeah,
I'm this close.
I've been so busy. I'm doing. I was telling Aldo earlier that I'm doing that. I haven't really watched anything on TV except for sports here this week. I've been dealing with my son. He's in basketball now, so he's playing basketball, and I'm coaching the team.
Tis the season.
So,
you're coaching.
Yeah, so it's fun, man. It's hilarious. They 8-year-old, 8 and 9-year-olds.
Yeah.
So they're all my son's probably the youngest one on the team.
Do they lower rim?
Yeah, lower rim. It's 8-foot rim.
Good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so they have a good time though, man. It's hilarious because they're, you're trying to get them to learn the fundamentals of the game. Okay, dribble the ball, pass the ball. So I got them running. They learn the layup drill quick. They're doing the layup drill.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing a fast break where you're passing the ball down the court instead of dribbling at all. Don't dribble the ball, pass the ball.
3-man weave.
Yeah, all of that stuff, man. So it's
knockout
fun,
with them.
Yeah, we played that.
Oh my God, that sounds like chaos with 8-year-olds, man.
Yeah, I let them play that one time. The first practice we played that, and I was like, yeah, we're not doing it anymore. Way too crazy.
College football playoffs going on, starting tomorrow, I think.
Is it Thursday or Friday?
Tomorrow or Friday, I think.
Didn't we have some really
Probably
small
Friday.
bowl games happening too?
Friday,
like
maybe,
this week already? Yeah.
I
thought I saw Delaware playing tonight or something.
Yeah,
like that.
bowl games. But I think Alabama and Oklahoma play Friday. That'll be a good game. The 12-team college playoff structure will be something to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Then, of course, Michigan will be looking for a new coach, Danikin.
Oh man, what about that? That's
what a
Sharon Moore's gone.
Woo.
Yeah, a little.
That was wild, man.
Alan Williams type action there in Ann Arbor.
He got into
a
OnlyFans.
little more hands-on.
A little more hands-on, though. Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Pun intended.
Yeah.
And I don't know what he was thinking, man. He's out of his mind. He's out of his mind. Well, she was low down too because she was doing some extorting type situation too. So, but you never mess around with where you're working at, man. Especially if you're in a position of authority, it never goes well. Stop. Just go the other way. There's other options out there if you want to do that.
Faux Cheesy in the chat room. Anybody see him in there? No, Aldo. Matthew
No, I have
Fauci's?
not tonight. Hey, I got one other movie real quick. It's called Good Boy. I saw it on Apple TV.
I saw that. That was good,
Have
man.
you seen it?
Yeah,
it was
I forgot
pretty good.
about that. Yeah.
I have some issues with it. The plot quickly is from the point of view of a dog.
Yeah.
His owner is sick and he moves out to his grandfather's house. He spits up blood and so forth.
It's haunted.
The house is haunted, and the director said he got the idea after watching Poltergeist, and in Poltergeist, it's the dog that first realizes that the house is haunted, and he started to realize that every movie that has a dog and it's a haunted house movie, it's the dog that realizes first, before anyone else, that there's spirits in the house. Exactly. And so the movie is entirely from the perspective of the dog. And so from that standpoint, it's fascinating. It truly, truly is fascinating.
The dog is the best actor in the film.
Oh, by far.
He was fantastic.
By far.
Yeah,
By
love
far.
it. He made the humans look terrible.
He did. One problem, Tooch, and tell me if you noticed this. There's spirits, ghosts in the house, and the dog throughout the entire movie never barks once.
He wasn't the barking. He wasn't really
What
the
the
barking
fuck?
type. Yeah.
Hey, I'm saying the dog.
He might
I'm
have been
saying
one
the
of
ghosts
those
don't bark.
barkless dogs. Yeah.
My dogs bark if they
He whimpered
fart
a
too
lot.
loud. I mean,
Exactly.
There
Yeah,
were some
Miss
tense
Cody, I like it.
moments where he ties the dog up outside, and like, stop making all that noise, like raining, and the spirits are trying to get the dog. That was kind of scary and stuff.
That was a great scene.
Yeah,
That was
it's a great scene.
And the movie is 75 minutes long. So
Yeah,
if you
super
got
short.
an hour and 15 minutes, check it out. And like Shorty says, smash that freaking like button for us. And thank you for everyone that's
Shorty.
joined us in the chat. Thank you, Fitz. Your tour of Vienna factory wants me to go up and boil some hot dogs
Made me
right
hungry,
now.
hey, if you're not in the chat right now and you're watching this on repeat, drop a comment because that also helps the algorithm push our shit to more people. Tell us what your favorite Christmas movie is and tell us why you hate Green Bay.
Yes. Yes, please do that. Excellent.
I don't have any particular reasons. Yeah, there we go. It's just
Why do I hate Green Bay? Because fuck them. That's why.
Charles Martin. That's why. That's why I hate him.
Oh,
yeah, that's enough.
yeah.
That's enough for most of us. Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you very much, Forrest Gregg. Thank you very much.
During
All right,
his
God bless
career-
everybody. We'll see you back here. This show will return.
I got two small things. Like Aldo, I'm so glad you're back. Hope you get back to masturbating regularly without issue. And then
I am left-handed, so it's a little
I know.
hard. But, and I should say it's a little hard, yeah.
Danikin, if you see this guy at your door, don't open the door.
He's down in Atlanta. You're gonna be checking him out soon.
Yeah, I put it in the chat. I said, you know, we can get together, we can hang out, go watch a game, whatever. But you ain't coming to my house to piss on bushes.
Well, the kicker to the story, Danikin, is he was so embarrassed by it. He sent me and my wife a $300 gift certificate to a steakhouse, one of the best steakhouses in Chicago. So he can pee
I'm
all
jealous.
over my bushes anywhere he wants if he's going to send those gift certificates.
Yeah.
I love it.
Maybe I invite him then in that case.
Yep. All those
Give him some time to find the good steakhouses in Atlanta first. All right.
Exactly. Tooch, you said you had two things. What was the second one?
You gotta go and get tit faced, Aldo.
Oh, of course. Hey, whatever I can get away with, I'll get away with it. All right. God bless everyone, and we'll see you here next Tuesday. Did we agree on
Tuesday.
Tuesday? All right.
Sounds
Peace
good.
out and take care. Hug your loved ones. Bye-bye.